All right, y'all. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all ages, races, and ethnicities alike, is this thing on? Test tech, mic check. What's happening, people? Are we back at it like a crack addict? Or is this just another illusion of the Matrix? What's going on, people? What's happening? How y'all doing? Okay. Business as usual. Let's, arrange everything over here, put the chat right there, and hope and pray that I'm actually coming through and I did not leave myself on mute, which honestly wouldn't be surprising given how many times I've done that over stream, especially because it has been a couple of months. But hey, we'll see. We'll just hope for the best. We'll hope for the best. Alrighty, so while we let a couple of people get acclimated to the chat, let's go ahead and do some shout outs. We got Ramen Hibachi coming in, the last stream of the year. Yo, that is not inaccurate. This could be the first and last stream of the summer and the last stream of 2026. Who knows? But listen, we're not going to bring that negative energy into the chat tonight. We're going to go for as long as we can, and well, let's see if we'll be back next week. Oh, we got the homie Long Live Kevin Samuels with the $4.99 super chat. The stream didn't even start. He's just like, here, go for it. And it's probably going to be a rant based off of how it starts. He says, rest in peace, Xbox. Hold nothing back. Go full scorch earth. R.I.P. Blade. R.I.P. Hellblade. And high five, Gravity Rush. Oh my god. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that Xbox shit later, man. It's you can't ignore the giant green elephant in the room. You can't, my friends. Alrighty. But what's going on, Kev Samuels? Good to see you, man. We've got Is Le Flame in the chat. Ever since this man played and completed Expedition 33, he's gone full French. It's no longer Live in Ignis. It's now Le Flame. Ask Neo or watch Umamusume. Chat, help me. Well, Umamusume will be here tomorrow. This may or may not be the last Ask Neo stream of the year. Who knows, man? So the choice is yours and yours alone. We got Jay the Mac in the chat. Yo, what's up, Neo? Long time no see. That's a fact, my guy. Good to see you. We got Beto Rods who says, just watch Uma Musume. Well, can't argue with that, man. The Chinese cartoons win, my friends. We got the homie J Fam in the chat. Yes. We've got Juke the Ronin, Duke Badger 13. This dude has had more comebacks than Palpatine. Don't you dare put that evil on me, man. At least these streams be satisfying. We're not gonna get into that Rise of Skywalker shit. Oh hell no. No, that's the meanest thing you ever said to me, Badger. That's the meanest thing spoken to a black man since, man, that just might be the meanest thing ever spoken to a black man. Who knows? We got who else is in here? We got Cold. What's going on, Cold? How you doing? We got Overly Critical Anime, Video Game Lover 58. We got Corey Gryffindor, voice actor, in the chat. Well, look who decided to return with spoiled, soggy ass milk. Well, no, I didn't actually. So the milk that I put in my protein shake is actually very, very fresh, and it's not expired. But man, let me tell you about that line at the grocery store, bro. That shit right there, that shit was crazy. But what's up, Corey? How you doing, brother? Let's see. We got David Biglad in the chat. Ooh, I like what he did with his name. It's David, aka Biglad. Oh, look at that, because y'all know who it is. We got MF Cora, long time no see. We got Dreddy Larry, we are back. Yes, we are. We got Du Fromage. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Mask On or Off. Who knows? Is it true that Neo is in GTA 6? Well, all I'm saying is that when I was gone for the past couple months, you know, that may or may not have been doing some last minute mocap, but who knows? Who knows? We got Reed in the chat. What's up, Reed? Who else is in here? We got TSG, a Neo stream in 2026. This is not the first Neo stream of the year. We had some streams at the beginning of the year. But it's the first Neo stream in the month of June. That's a fact. We got Wow Welly. Yo, man, it's been a while, like years since I've been here. And look, here we are. We're still live. We're live and thriving. There we go. Oh, man. We got a Super Exploit who says, Supergirl was a movie that existed. Supergirl was a movie that they spent money on and it was projected on theaters across the globe. That's exactly the review that I gave for The Flash when it came out. Like literally just that. It's the kind of movie that you pay money for a ticket, you sit down in a leather chair, maybe it's a recliner if you go to a good theater and they project images on a screen, my friend. Somehow Neo has returned. Don't y'all start with that shit. Don't y'all start with that Rise of Skywalker shit. Stop it. We got Silver Sky in the chat. Is that a toddler's room? I don't know. But there's a lot of mature rated games right here, my friend. And then there's a Grogu thing, which may lend credence to the toddler thing. I don't know. It's just so funny. It's like, here you have Persona 5, this anime looking mature rated game where the first villain is a pedophile, and then you have Grogu right on top of it. So it's the dichotomy. It's the dichotomy of man, my friends. You a legend for real. I appreciate you, Corey. Thank you. We got Patan in the chat. The greatest return. You see, thank you. See, this is the good energy I love. We got Broken Daydream 94. First time chatter, long time listener. Hey, welcome to the stream, Broken Daydream. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thank you. We got D Ziller in the chat. The comeback king. You see, this is where all the positivity folk coming in right now. These people are just like, listen, you're as beautiful as the day I lost you, Neo. Yeah, listen, y'all never lose me. I always come back. I always come back to this from the store with fucking milk, guys. I got the milk. So let me tell you about this shit. Oh, damn, people making it rain in the super chat like I'm a $2 whore on Tuesdays. Jesus, appreciate y'all. But let me just tell y'all about my absence and why I was gone, man. Listen, guys. It was a long line at the grocery store. And I went to the grocery store last minute, and you know they always turn off self-checkout 30 minutes before the store closes. So here I am, waiting on the line. You know, I've got milk, and, you know, I'm just over here trying to buy this milk. And there's only one cashier open, man, and it's this little old lady. I ain't gonna rush a little old lady who's at the cashier, you know what I'm saying? She's probably retired, but she wants to keep herself useful to society. Or maybe she's got to pay her rent, man, because you know how shit is nowadays. Just because you retire don't mean you got money like that. So I'm just waiting on this line. And, you know, it's one of those things where in America, it's like, how can we save money and at the same time exploit our workers? Have one cashier lane open. You know, we do great because we save money, but our customers aren't happy and our employees aren't happy. So, honestly, the reason why I've been gone for 4 months is just more of a meta commentary on American capitalism in general. So, you know, man, it's crazy. It's crazy how that shit works. But I'm back. I got the milk. I don't know what type of milk stays fresh for 4 months, but I'm here, and that's all that matters, guys. I'm here. Everybody's here. But what's going on, people? Welcome to the stream. Let me just go ahead and answer these super chats real quick. We got a $2 super chat coming in from the homie Roosevelt. I heard Xbox is canceling your game. Shaking my head. Yeah, tough time for the blacks, man. Tough time for the blacks, my friends. We're gonna get into the Xbox shit in a bit. Oh, we got the homie Movie Enforcer coming through with the $9.99 super chat. Oh boy, it's another Disney question. Let's get it. It's been a while. Speaking of that, Movie Enforcer, since you're bringing up Esmeralda, bro, tell me how the Hunchback of Notre Dame, bro, because you know we just celebrated its anniversary. The music came up on my playlist recently, bro. The Bells of Notre Dame, Hellfire. That's an amazing way to start the morning. All right, but he has I thought this was a fuck, marry, kill for a second, but it's a marry and date question. All right, you have to marry and date one of these Disney hotties. Esmeralda, Jessica Rabbit, Trudy Proud, or Helga Sinclair from Atlantis. Choose wisely. Marry and date. Well, I assume date leading to marriage. I believe that's what you're talking about. But who would I want to settle down with? Okay. Hi. If I had to pick one, I feel like Esmeralda would be a lot of fun, you know? Esmeralda would be a fun person to date. She's got a good heart. She's all about justice. Jessica Rabbit has an insane infatuation with me, so she's always going to be obsessed, so you don't really got to worry about, you know, her eye wandering. Trudy Proud is a black queen. She's very stern, but she's fair. Helga Sinclair? Nah, I'm good on that one, Chief. So you got to narrow it down from Esmeralda, Jessica Rabbit, or Trudy Proud. I'm probably have to go, man. I mean, but Trudy Proud, so the thing with Trudy Proud is we see her as a homemaker. You know, she knows how to raise kids. So that answers that question. I'm gonna go Esmeralda. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna go Esmeralda. I'm gonna go Esmeralda. Let's do it. Appreciate that, bro. We got a $5 super chat coming in from MF Cora. GOAT. Oh, appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. We got Juke the Ronin, who's been a member for the past 35 months of the Phantom Weirdo tier. My man, he says, can you rapid fire review The Furious, Mando, Maul, Backrooms, Persona 6, 007, Crimson Desert, and take 2 shots? No excuses. Well, unfortunately, I can't take any shots right now, Juke the Ronin, because I don't have any alcohol on me. So I'm sorry about that. I can't fulfill that one. And I can't review Persona 6 because it's not out yet. But if you want me to talk about the Persona 6 reveal, that's actually going to be a topic for tonight. So don't worry about that. Crimson Desert, I have not played, so I can't speak about that. 007, I am currently playing, so I can give you some first impressions of that one. Backrooms, have not seen. I did watch Maul. I finished Maul, so we can talk about that. I have not seen The Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't have any desire to see that. I'll probably wait till it hits Disney Plus. And The Furious. Okay, so let me, if I'm gonna glaze a movie, and if I ever am gonna, if I can ever recommend you guys a movie to go see, just a blind recommendation where you just don't need to watch a trailer or nothing, you just gotta hear nigga hyping that shit up, bro. The Furious. If it is playing in one of y'all's theaters nearby, you owe it to yourself to go watch this movie. It is not a hyperbole to say that this is one of the greatest action movies of the past, definitely of the modern era, but I still go so far as to say is like the past 20 years, bro. Like what they pull off in that movie, bro, the best way I can describe it is that it makes movies feel visceral again, where you know how a lot of modern blockbusters these days, you're kind of getting to the point where you're just like, all right, we know that shit is fake as fuck. Obviously, we know it's fake as fuck because we have to suspend our belief. But it gets to a point where it's just, you don't feel the weight or the impact of like the punches being thrown or the kicks or whatever. The Furious brings it back to the old school Hong Kong action movies, bro, where you start thinking to yourself like, I think that nigga might be dead, bro. I think that nigga might be dead. That movie is so fucking good, and it's got one of the most insane third acts I've seen in a movie in a while. Like, if I wasn't going to stream today, you guys, I would have gone and seen The Furious again. It is that good, bro. Speaking of Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord, quick review of that one. The strongest first season to a Star Wars animated project I've ever seen. It's one of those things where you look at it and it's only 10 episodes, you wish it was longer, but at the same time, there's no filler, there's no fluff, it gets to the point. And you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Star Wars making the universe smaller with all these projects that are set in these time periods that we already know about. Like, it's getting to a point where how in the world are you going to keep coming up with stories of stuff? But if you are going to do it and you're going to take a character like Maul, this is the right way to do it. I really enjoyed Star Wars Shadow Lords, and I want to see where they go with the second season. It disappoints me because the character of Maul is, because canonically he dies in the desert in an episode of Rebels, and it's just, no. Like, I understand why he died, but no. Just that nigga's gonna die in an episode of Rebels. Okay, bro. But yeah, dude, Maul Shadow Lords, very good show. 007 First Light, I'm currently in progress of playing that game at the moment. And listen, James Bond fanatic, you guys know the vibes. Cliche to say, but it's probably the most fun I've had playing a video game in a while. It's a video game that reminds me that, oh, video games can still be video games, and you don't got to focus too much on the crazy, all the other stuff that they've been focusing on nowadays, where it's just to the point, this is a fucking video game, and it feels like a fucking video game. As weird as that sounds, if you play the game, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Big love letter to James Bond. I knew the second IO Interactive was announced as the developers for this game, we were in good hands, but I didn't realize how good of hands we were in. I'm not trying to speak too much on the spoilers for the game, but in terms of the story and how they handle this being a James Bond origin, let me just say, I love Denis Villeneuve. He's one of my favorite directors working today. You guys know this. I love Arrival. I love Sicario. I love the Dune movies. That man has his work cut out for him when it comes down to giving us a great James Bond, whatever type of story he's going to tell, whether they're going to make it an origin story or it's just going to be one of those, I'm going to make a movie, it's going to be a James Bond adventure. We're not going to be the architects of his origin. Whatever movie he tries to make, I really love what IO Interactive has done. I really do, man. It's fantastic. Uh, so yeah, quick review on all that stuff. But yeah, we are 20 minutes into the stream, so we might as well just get the intro out of the way. What's going on, people? What's happening? Welcome to another fantastic and fabulous episode of Ask Neo. If y'all are tuning in for the very first time, welcome to the stream. Comment down below. We have a couple of first time viewers, long time listeners. Welcome to the stream, you guys. I'm your host, Neo. I am your very irregular streamer, as you guys know. It's been a couple of months since I've streamed, and you know, there's a lot of reasons for that, which I'm not gonna make this a pity party, a boo-hoo, woe is me type of stuff. But there's been a lot of stuff happening in my personal life between work, relationships, a lot of stuff behind the scenes that if you follow me on social media, you would know what happened. I don't really like introing the streams by getting into like the really heavy stuff, as you know. But yeah, a lot of stuff has gone down, and I've always told you guys, if I'm not really feeling up to streaming, I'm not going to do it, especially if there really isn't anything that I personally want to talk about. And you know, there's been a lot of games and a lot of media and entertainment that's come out. So in between all of the stuff that's been going on, I've been trying my best to get absorbed in that stuff, in those worlds, to really help not distract myself from a lot of the things that's been happening, but really help put me in a better place to process and deal with some things. But yeah, you know, it was about to be the end of the month, and I told myself, listen, I want to get back to streaming. I got to get back to streaming. No excuses. Even if I'm just going to do one stream this month, I am going to do it. And I looked at the calendar and I looked at my free time over the next couple of weeks, and I'm like, I got to do something now, because it's going to get busier from here. There's a lot of stuff planned over the summer, a lot of trips that I'm taking, going to different states. I'm taking a trip like every month this summer, next month, August, September. So I got to make sure that I at least put out a stream or two a month, in addition to all the other stuff that's happening. So here we are, you guys. Welcome again. As always, thank you guys for rocking with me. It's amazing to see so many of you guys in the chat tonight. I hope you guys have been doing well. If y'all want to do a quick little update on how your months have been, what you guys have been up to, you know, you don't got to go into like the full specifics or details of things, but if there's something that, you know, has happened to you, something that you're proud of, just anything, like what you've been doing, if you've been going to the gym, you've been playing some games, watching some shows, comment down below. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. Joining me tonight, as always, you guys know I gotta have a quick little protein shake to keep us going throughout the stream, and of course you gotta have diet water. This is my current new fixation right now. I've always been a Canada Dry stan. I love Canada Dry seltzer, or TV Static, you guys know. This is the Mandarin Orange flavor, which is like top fucking tier. If you guys love seltzer water, Canada Dry Mandarin Orange seltzer. And yeah, I have to go ahead and fix for the next stream the freaking light. It keeps not balancing itself correctly. Thankfully, there is a lot of natural light coming in, so I only have to use one of these lights by comparison to when we used to do the winter streams. I'd have to have like 3 lights just to get something going. But yeah, you know, bear with me for the course of the stream, and it'll be fixed for the next one when we come back in like 2035. And hopefully by that point, Kingdom Hearts 4 will be out. But yeah, you guys, like I said, it's a very chill stream. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Of course, super chats are the best way to get your question answered with priority, in addition to helping to support the channel. And yeah, you guys, I'm gonna be rocking with you for like the next hour and a half. We'll see how long we go. I am still getting over a little bit of a cold. I lost my voice for like a solid 5 days last week. So that was really irritating, and Friday was like the first day where I started to feel like a little better, but then I still had a minor cough. But listen, fuck it, we're doing it for the stream. As the kids say, we do it for the vibes, man. We do it for the vibes. So we have a $9.99 super chat coming in from the homie Movie Enforcer. Appreciate you, bro. He says, have you seen Mortal Kombat 2 yet? I've heard mixed opinions on it. Say what you want about the 96 Mortal Kombat movie, but Cary Tagawa owned as Shang Tsung. Yeah, so I haven't. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I am not the biggest fan of the rebooted Mortal Kombat movies. I mean, that's not to say that I was a huge fan of the old ones back in the day. Like, obviously, Annihilation, no. But I've got a soft spot for like the original. You feel me? The new stuff, it just wasn't hitting for me. So I saw the first one on HBO Max. Second one I didn't bother with. I did hear that the second one is a step up by comparison, but with, like I always tell you guys, with all the movies and all the games and the books and the shows and all the stuff that's been coming out, it's hard for me to justify going out there to watch a movie I'm not really 100% sold on when I could spend that time doing other things. So unfortunately, a movie like Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be something that when it comes out on HBO Max, I'll go ahead and I'll watch if I'm really bored or if we have another Discord movie night. Oh, speaking of Discord movie nights. Speaking of Discord movie nights, we are bringing those back next month. I know it's been 2 years since our last one, but I feel like it's about time we do that. As you guys know, 2 years ago, we had a Discord movie night to watch Madam Web, and it was honestly, I think, one of the greatest nights of all time. We're going to be doing that. We're finally going to be watching Morbius. It's about time. We've had 4 years to mentally prepare myself for that, but Discord movie night is happening for Morbius. If anything, I'm going to try to see if maybe I could get it done possibly by next week, whether it's Monday or Tuesday night. I'm thinking that we all get together and watch Morbius, man. Like, I feel like that would be really awesome. I know it's a little short notice for everybody, but this is how it works with Neo. It's just like, fuck it, we got to do it. I'm not always spontaneous, but when I'm fucking spontaneous, here we are doing a live stream. But yeah, you guys will know as no later than, I want to say, Friday, when we're going to be doing that. But yes, we're going to be having movie night, Discord movie night for Morbius. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, I'm not really crazy about it. Like I said, I've heard good things. Anyone else who has seen it, if you guys want to comment down below, go ahead. But yes, Carrie was incredible as Shang Tsung, man. Incredible. Beto Rods with the $5 super chat. Who you got, Mexico or Ecuador? Oh, that's tough, man. I mean, I don't really follow football like that. So, I'm just a passive observer, but listen, man, I'm gonna have to go Mexico, bro. And me saying that, I'm probably gonna jinx it. We have a $4.99 super chat coming in from the homie Corey Gryffindor, voice actor. And yes, that is right, because my boy Corey Gryffindor is a voice actor. He's been taking classes. He's been submitting auditions. My boy doing his fucking thing. We're gonna hear him in a Persona game at some point. Maybe I'll join you on that, Corey. Thank God I can play Kingdom Hearts 4 on PS5 Pro. And what are the best aspects of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 that you want implemented in Kingdom Hearts 4? Okay, so you know what? We might as well get into the Kingdom Hearts talk. Yes, Kingdom Hearts talk, everybody. Let's go. Let's get into it. Okay, so it's so funny because Mylan's just like, did you talk about the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer yet? No, we did not. Perfect timing. You got into it at the right time, bro. And listen, if you guys have not had your question answered, feel free to ask it like every 10 minutes or so I remember to talk about it, because like I said, there's no structure for tonight's show. We're just having fun. Like I said, when we do like other news shows or whatever, there will be structure and topics and all that. But yeah, feel free to spam it like every 10 minutes or so. Okay, to go ahead and answer. Oh, someone said that's a nice fresh cut. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just got it today. Thank you. You got to have a comeback stream. You look fresh. You know the vibes. Okay, so you guys, believe it or not, we actually got a freaking crumb of Kingdom Hearts 4 content, guys. It only took us 88 years, but we finally got another trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. And man, okay. So here's the thing. I'm of two mindsets of it. I am happy that we got another Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. That was the most here nigga damn I've ever seen from Tetsuya Nomura. Because when you look at the gameplay that was shown off, nigga, it's still showing us the same place. It's still showing us the same arena. We got more like characters showing up and, aura farming and all that stuff. That's great. But to me, I was expecting, nigga, it's been like 40 years since the last Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. I expected to see maybe more of the worlds. I expected to see more stuff happening. Like, I just expected a lot more. But at the same time, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, I've just learned that when we get the game, we get the game, and that's where we're going to get everything. So I can sit here and I can cry and I can complain that, oh my God, they went years without doing this. Like, anyone who's lived through the Kingdom Hearts 3 cycle, you guys know how that is. Now, granted, we definitely got more Kingdom Hearts trailers in the same time frame from when Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced versus Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced. As weird as that sounds, we did get more Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers. It's one of those things where I don't think about Kingdom Hearts in the sense that if they show me a trailer, if they don't show me a trailer, I'm still the same at the end of the day. Right? As weird as that sounds, because my expectations are so below everything else. Like, it's just at that point where when it happens, it happens. And when they're ready to show it, they're going to show it. Like, that's not to say that I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but man, when you went through, okay, King Diesel, the Kingdom Hearts 3 cycle drained me. Once you have been drained by waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts 4, it's not to say that nothing phases you, but you just honestly don't care. You just honestly don't care, man. You're just sitting there like, when I see something, I see something. That's it, bro. Like, yeah, it's been 1,500 days. Okay, whatever, bro. Whatever. But at the same time, I feel like what Square is trying to do at the moment is they're focusing a lot on, first off, they're focusing on one big game at a time. As I'm sure you guys have noticed with their new CEO, they really want to focus on the quality of the games versus just pumping out as many stuff as possible and anything that's within the next year or so. And so what's the biggest game that they got coming out in the next year? Final Fantasy VII Revelations. Part 3, they're wrapping up the remake trilogy. And then after that, what's their next biggest game? Well, it was going to be Dragon Quest, but we just heard that got rebooted. So that's probably going to take a little bit more time. It's most likely going to be Kingdom Hearts 4. I wouldn't be surprised if either at D23 or something, we start seeing more about Kingdom Hearts 4. And if we don't, oh well, because at this point, it's like, don't get excited about things, guys. They'll happen when they happen. So yeah, like I'm excited for it. More so than anything, and I said this before, I'm more excited for the potential of Kingdom Hearts 4. And that's coming from the person who was very, you guys remember, I was not too positive on Kingdom Hearts 3. I do think that with the Remind DLC and the data battles, I know Corey's going to say something about it, I do think that it became a better game gameplay-wise. But in terms of them leading up to this grandiose finale and a game that was as feature complete by comparison to Kingdom Hearts 2, no, it doesn't. It does not hit the same way. And even the Expedition 33 director agrees with me. Yes, he does, because he said the same thing. But regardless, I think that Kingdom Hearts 4 has a very unique opportunity to relaunch the franchise. Not in the sense that we're going to reboot it so newcomers can come on board and disregard the stuff that happened, but I think one of the bigger problems with Kingdom Hearts is its narrative cohesion. Like, yes, everybody knows, and if any type of Kingdom Hearts influencer tries to convince you otherwise, the Kingdom Hearts story is extremely convoluted. It is. Like, we just accept it. Nomura likes to do weird shit. It's fine. It's fine. We know, we understand that. The writing is not that great. It's been deteriorating from the handheld games onwards, and if you just look at the writing in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's fucking atrocious. But it's still fun. We like these games. We like these people like Sam Lake. We like these people like Kojima. We like these people like Nomura. I just think that Nomura needs to bring Nojima back to work on Kingdom Hearts. Like, you look at the writing of Kingdom Hearts 2 and you compare it to the games that Nojima didn't write, there's a big difference. It's like George Lucas. Like, George Lucas has a lot of great ideas, but his writing is not great. So I think that Kingdom Hearts 4 has a great opportunity to, first off, bring the Kingdom Hearts storytelling back to the consoles. My biggest issue is that the majority of the Kingdom Hearts lore and the big stuff that affects everything with 3 and going forward into 4 happens in the mobile games. Happens in the fucking mobile games. Who the fuck is really checking for that shit? And I know they did the cinematics and all that stuff, but nigga, no one's checking for that shit. I ain't spending $60 on a game to sit and watch the cutscenes, bro. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not. So I think that with 4, what they can do is they can bring the story back to the games. We're not going to do, wait, we don't have to worry about telling a story on the DS and the PSP and this fuck nigga cell phone. You know, we don't need to do any of that anymore. We can bring the games back. We can have a great trilogy, 4, 5, and 6 that my great grandkids can appreciate. And, you know, if we have coherent writing, it's not going to feel paper thin. You don't have to worry about, why is this thing happening in Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, you have to play the mobile game to understand it. Nigga, what? Like, oh my God, no, man. We can't do that. But, you know, I think 4, if they really lock the fuck in on the world and the story, and speaking of the worlds, I want them to do a lot more with the worlds, because Kingdom Hearts 3, more so than the other 2 games, felt like, no pun intended, it felt like window dressing. It felt like we were in these worlds just to watch their shit unfold. And you saw that with Tangled and Frozen. I think that if they are going to put Disney properties, do not use the most restrictive ones. Because as much as I love Tangled and I like Frozen, those worlds in Kingdom Hearts didn't really add anything to it. You look at the creativity of the Pixar world, you look at the creativity of Pirates of the Caribbean, and then you compare it to like Frozen and Tangled. I think we need to stay away from that. If you're going to have Moana in Kingdom Hearts, I want it to be Moana cross Kingdom Hearts. I don't want it to be, we're just going to sit back and watch Moana do the same shit that she did in the movie. Or at the very least, if you can, like, make it weird. Like, Kingdom Hearts is about making shit feel weird. That was the first 2 games. This is weird. And at the same time, Sora had a relationship with Aladdin and Mulan. Like, that was cool to me. And Sora could have had a great relationship with fucking Rapunzel. And there was so much you could have done with Elsa and Sora and just the darkness, and nigga, throw like Dark Riku in the mix. Like, you could have done so much. You could have fucking cooked. But they couldn't, and that was because Disney was being very protective of how people portray their properties, especially those 2. But yeah, I think that I want Kingdom Hearts 4 to be ambitious. If you're talking about what are the best elements you want to bring in, I want that ambition. I want that fucking weird ambition that gave us Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, man. I don't want to see the safe shit. I don't want to see, I just want to see creativity and ingenuity and flex the fact that, yo, we can put Disney shit in our game. How many people can say they can do that outside of Disney Dream Valley or whatever that shit is? Dreamlight Valley? I don't know. I saw it on Game Pass, man. But yeah, man, go weird with that shit. You want to put Star Wars in it? Go for it. You want to put Marvel in it? Go for it. But have fun. Like, make it unique, bro. Don't be so beholden to, like, oh, we have to make sure it represents exactly what this is. Like, nah, man. Make that shit weird. So that's what I want. That's what I want. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. This man said, do the live action Disney remakes. They executed people back in the day for less than what you have spoken, bro. Okay, so speaking of Kingdom Hearts 4, I'm curious. What do you guys think about this? Because you know how a lot of people are starting to shit on Kingdom Hearts 4's art style. It's too realistic whatsoever. I don't necessarily think that's the art style of Kingdom Hearts 4. I just think it's the art style of the world that Sora's in. Because you know how it changed in Pirates of the Caribbean to be very hyper realistic? I just think that's Sora in Shibuya, bro. I don't think that's going to be the art style for the entirety of the game. I just think that when he's there, it's that. And then when we start going to the other worlds, it looks more like classic Kingdom Hearts, bro. Like, I have a feeling Nomura is going to do that crazy switch up when we get the next couple trailers, man. That's going to be fire. Niggas going to look so stupid, bro. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 4. I mean, I'm excited for it. It got confirmed for Switch 2 and for PC, which is awesome. It's going everything. And yeah. Yeah, I think Star Wars, they're gonna do Return of the Jedi. They're gonna do Return of the Jedi, because if you watch that first one of the trailers they did, it looks like the Forest Moon of Endor. and nobody can convince me otherwise. No, Corey Gryffindor. But we have to run with the misinformation and say that that's the Kingdom Hearts 4 art style and how terrible it looks. We have to run with the misinformation, bro. But yeah, let's talk about some other stuff that came out. Let's talk about the thumbnail in question. Grand Theft Auto 6, guys. Pre-orders have officially gone live for the game. Still on track to come out this November, so that thing is real, bro. Bar something crazy happening, I think there is a very, very high chance that we are going to be playing GTA 6 this year, guys. Which is fucking surreal to think about, because all we've gotten are just like the past 2 trailers. But yeah, it's still one of my most anticipated games. I'm going to be taking off work for an entire week to play it, and it's so funny because I talked to my brother and he was like, yeah, I'm taking off work to play that shit too. And I fucking live for that stuff, because normally I would take off like a day, maybe 2, or depending on like when a game came out. Please focus. Depending on when a game came out, I would why is my camera not really focusing? Come on, come back to me. There we go. It's been a while, Logitech, I know, but we're back at it like a crack addict. It's been a long time since I've like taken off multiple days. I usually take like maybe 1 day, because if a game lines up on a weekend, I'll take off that Friday. I did that for Spider-Man. I'm trying to think what other games I took off. James Bond, I just took off the day to play it, because I had the early access. But the last game where it happened to line up with my schedule to go on vacation was Persona 5. And oh my god, I can't believe that was almost 10 years ago. Holy fucking shit, bro. But yeah, dude, that was the last game that I took off a substantial amount of time to play it, and it was an incredible time. GTA 6, yeah, niggas taking out. Niggas taking off for that shit, bro. Niggas taking off, bro. I did not pre-order the game because what is the point in pre-ordering a digital game? Are they gonna run out of copies? But I don't pre-order digital games unless I get like early access, or there's like a time frame of when you have to pre-order it. But usually I'll just pre-order it. Usually I'll pre-order it a few days in advance just to get the preload out of the way. So the second they say, oh, preload is available, I'll just preload it, or pre-order it to preload. Pre-order, preload, pre-com. So yeah, GTA 6, I'm excited. The big elephant in the room though, no physical copy at launch. Well, 2 big elephants. No physical copy at launch, and the game is going to be starting at $80. And I say starting at $80 because that is a very strategic thing that Rockstar has done, because there's going to be 2 editions of the game at launch. There's an $80 standard version, and there is an $100 deluxe edition, which grants you a lot of in-game access to stuff. And I don't know, what do you guys want to go with first? Do you want to talk about the physical copy situation, or do you want to talk about $80 being the new entry price for games? Not the standard price, but the entry price to get you through the door into the club. Which one do you guys want to tackle first? Yo, Kwaku just sent me an article. A card shop suspends Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments over smelly players. Good. I mean, I feel bad for the actual people who do like going to these tournaments and stuff and playing, but because of smelly players, look at these musty ass motherfuckers got money to spend on these Yu-Gi-Oh blind boxes and Pokemon cards and all that. Niggas ain't got money for deodorant. I can't believe it. That shit is. How you get? How is it, bro? I can't even. That shit don't make no sense to me. Okay. So pricing, physical, pricing, physical, pricing, physical. Okay. So right now in this quick 30-second time span, we have the pricing. So we're going to talk about the pricing first. All right. So, oh, and also hello to everyone who's been joining the stream. Welcome, you guys. It's good to see you again. GTA 6 starting at, and if I, over the course of the stream I keep mentioning GTA 6 or GTA 5, it's because GTA 5 has been the game we've been talking about for 13 fucking years, so excuse me. It's just, I'm not used to saying GTA 6 yet. Give it time, guys. But $80 for GTA 6, $100 for the deluxe edition. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem because so many games these days come with deluxe editions. Every single thing you think of has like a deluxe edition that's anywhere from like $10 to $20 more expensive than the standard. And more often than not, it usually falls into one of two camps. It's usually for early access, where you get to play the game sometimes 24 hours, 72 hours, a week early, or it comes with like in-game cosmetics or, you know, things like that. More often than not, it's harmless, and it's a way for developers to get more money out of the game versus the standard. But for Grand Theft Auto 6, this is the first one in, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't pay attention to every game that comes out, but it's the first one where they're locking substantial stuff, like I believe certain shops and certain locations behind this deluxe edition, which first off is kind of crazy to think about. You're locking locations. It'd be one thing if it was just an outfit for, you know, the main characters or whatever. It's like, yeah, buy the deluxe edition, you can upgrade anytime, cool. But you're locking whole locations and places that people will go in this world to this version that's $20 more expensive. Okay, that's one thing. So basically that means that the $80 version is inherently inferior based off of that alone. And the TLDW version of this, too long, didn't watch version of this, is Rockstar is doing it because they can. You want to know why? It's because Rockstar is one of a handful of companies that could get away with doing stuff like this, because this is the most anticipated entertainment launch of all time. This is bigger than Halo 3. This is bigger than Call of Duty. This is bigger than Avengers Endgame. This is bigger than anything, bro. Like all those biggest things, you add them up and it doesn't even come close to the hype for GTA 6. So not only are they doing that, but the game is going to be starting at $80. Now, getting into the $80 edition, right? A lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, why are they, raising the price? We just got games to $70, and why are they going to $80?" Well, number one, it's Rockstar. They were going to price this game at that anyways. And unfortunately, and this is where people don't like to hear this, but this is what the industry has wanted for a very long time. So gaming, for the better part of the past 20 years, from 2005 up until 2020, gaming's price point for new AAA releases had been standardized at $60. There were a couple of games that released at $50, but for the most part, they were $60. If you went to the store and you bought a brand new video game that wasn't a Nintendo title during the Wii days, you were paying $60. That's what the price was. And it stayed that price through the 360 generation, through the PS4 generation. And when we got to the PS5 generation, we started to see some companies start dabbling with $70. We saw it with 2K, we saw it with PlayStation, we saw it with Xbox. We even saw it with Nintendo and Switch games. They fucking priced Switch games at $70, which was crazy to think about, because it's like, nigga, what? Like the Switch, what? But we started seeing that. And, the reasoning was to keep up with the fact that, everything else has gotten more expensive. And on the one hand, I can't blame them, because when you look at every other form of entertainment, everything had gotten more expensive over the past 15 years. Movie tickets, concerts, hell, not even just entertainment stuff, but like the bills that we pay, your water bill, your electricity, going to the grocery store, everything had been increasing steadily for 15 plus years. Gaming was one of the few things that stayed at that price point. Now, you can get into a completely different discussion about the cost of DLC and the worth of a game now versus 20 years ago. Yes, that is a discussion to be had about DLC. But in terms of like that entry price, it's always stayed the same. It's never gone up. And there have been some situations where you get games that are $60 and you get like 300 fucking hours out of it. And it's amazing. But the move to 70 didn't bother me that much as the move to 80. The move to 80 bothers me because it's like, games just got up to 70. And my mindset has always been, the value is always going to be subjective, right? Value is going to be subjective. What is worth $60, $70, $80 to me might not be worth that for somebody else. Okay? So for me, if you're coming out there and saying like, Persona 6 is $70, nigga, I'm not missing that shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not doing that. And for some people, that game is GTA 6 at $100, right? So everybody has got a price at some point. But at the end of the day, I always tell people, just wait for the games to go on sale. With how cheap games go on sale these days, it knocks off at least like 15-20% within the first month. So waiting for these games is good. Unless, unfortunately, you are a Nintendo fan, where my fucking condolences, a game that launches at $80, a sale is now $70. Oh my god, that's dystopian. But the reason why a lot of these companies have now gone to 80 is because the gains that they wanted to make at $70 because of inflation over all these years got wiped out with all the stuff happening with COVID, and then just the past couple of years being just insane. So now they're at that point where $80 in their mind is the new starting point, because everything has gotten more expensive. Game development has gotten more expensive across the board. It's not just the stuff happening in California with these $200-300 million budget games. It's everywhere in the world. And these people are trying to find ways to make games cheaper, but games are taking longer to develop because standards have changed, and it just takes longer to make a game. Like back in the days, we used to have games with 2-year dev cycles and we got them out there. But now the idea of a game, like, dude, the fact that Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy project, the fact that all 3 of those games are going to be coming out within a 7-year time span is fucking insane. You know, if the next sorry guys, if the next Star Wars Jedi game comes out within a year, the fact that we got like sequels in that trilogy within a 7-year-ish time span is fucking incredible. Like that's the new normal. If you can get a sequel out within 3 years, that's fucking incredible, man. So now they're at that point where, okay, what do we do? What do we do? Well, in the case of Rockstar, they're like, fuck it. They're going to buy it anyway. Nobody's missing out on GTA 6. It's going to make all that money. The game development budget is rumored to be like, what, over $1 billion plus? Probably closer to $2 billion. I believe it. So they're just going to say, fuck it. We're going to do it. Now, does that make it right? It comes down to where do you line up when it comes to these ethics, right? Because the problem with ethics is that you either have them or you don't. Because if you say on the one hand, $70 games are bad, $80 games are bad, okay. But if there's a game you really want to play, like let's say, for example, they come out with a remake of Dino Crisis and it is like 100 Metacritic, everybody loves it, feature content complete, and it's $80, some people are going to put aside their ethics and be like, well, it's Dino Crisis. But it's like, but you just said, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like to make these grandiose declarations that I will never buy an $80 game. I will never do this. I'll be like, oh, that is gonna fucking sting. Like, for example, my beloved Fire Emblem is gonna be the next Nintendo game that's $80. That fucking stings. It does. But what I've learned is that it's just gonna make me more critical of the pricing of the games. So if that next Fire Emblem comes out and it doesn't hit, I'm probably not gonna buy it. You know, and I say that as a huge Fire Emblem fan. I mean, I bought every Fire Emblem game that came out on Switch, and it's fucking 2 of them. Just 2. Oh. But excuse me, sorry guys. But you're just gonna become more critical of these games. Like Metroid Prime 4. You know, it came out at $70. I wanted to get that game, but I just looked at it and I'm like, I can wait for that to go on sale for like $35, $40. And in true Nintendo fashion, it's definitely dropped down in price more than the other Nintendo games. If a Nintendo game drops more than $30 within the first year, it's a sign it didn't sell well, you know? But yeah, so in that case, this man says the Michelin Man. So in that case, I just become more critical of games at that price point. And there is no shortage of entertainment these days, guys. Like, there are so many games that I have right now. Bro, there are so many games. Dude, I still got to finish Resident Evil Requiem. I know. I have to finish up 007 First Light. And then all the onslaught of games coming out in September and October. There's so much fucking shit. And I still have stuff from last year I have to work on. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like, what? Like, dude, there's a lot of stuff happening. So to me, I just let the market speak for itself. I just let people do what they do. And if people don't respond to something at a certain price point, then that is the reason why the game will not do well. likewise, if people do respond to it, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really good. I'm gonna be very excited to see what happens when we get the first Mario game that releases at $80. Like, what is that going to do? Because Mario Kart World doesn't count. They bundled it with the Switches, and honestly, that was the better deal to get, because when you look at the Switch 2, if you were buying it and you could get the Mario Kart bundle, you're paying $50 for the game versus $80. I want to see what the first Mario game would do at $80. That would be interesting. Zelda is most likely going to be $80. And you already know. Listen, I'm just saying it right now, nigga. If that remake comes out and that shit is top tier, bro, I'm there day one. Ocarina of Time, like, bro, like, people do not understand the pull Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, certain games from that era. So, like, if Square Enix came out with a full from the ground up remake of Dragon Quest VIII and they said that shit is $70, like, what? It's just like, nigga, just take my freaking American Express. Like, take it, bro. So that's what it is, man. That's why I'm just like, you know what? People are going to buy it. And if that sends a bad precedent to the industry, then so be it. But I'm personally not gonna miss out on GTA 6. Am I part of a problem? Yeah, sure, absolutely. But at the same time, I admit that I am part of a problem. Like, for example, I think that Nintendo releasing the Twilight Princess HD on the Switch was a cash grab. I felt like that was a cash grab. I felt like that game should have been half the price that it was. But to the same token, if they released Wind Waker HD on Switch at the same price, I would buy that day one. So be it. I'm a fucking hypocrite then. And that's fine. That's why I'm not going to begrudge people saying, like, there was a time when I used to be that person. I used to be that person 10 years ago saying, well, if you buy this, you are a part of the problem. And absolutely, I think in certain situations, yes, that's true. But everybody's got that one game, man. Everybody's got that one game, man. But what's going on to all the new people who've been joining in between? Let's see. We got John the Don, my guy. Valkyne24, RT Avanti. I know I talked to most of you guys before, but I didn't say hello. Skyward Sword, yes. Skyward Sword on Switch, not Twilight Princess on Switch. I'm sorry. Skyward Sword on Switch. Twilight Princess, I would buy day one on Switch. We have a $5 super chat coming in from RT Avanti. Bro, they expect us to pay $80, $100 without a lick of gameplay to show. Am I tripping or are we being scammed? I don't think you're being scammed, bro. I just think that's the Rockstar effect. That's the Rockstar effect, bro. Like, no one else is coming close to them. Like, if this game is as dense as people are claiming, it's gonna be fucking insane. Oh, Cole just says, I just got home from my grandparents and I'm ready to relax. Neo streams are missing from my summer. Hey, look at that. And we back. We are back. We are back. We are making a return. We are getting people back into the routine. That's what we're doing, guys. But yeah, you know, everybody has got that game you would pay $80 for. Like, for example, Xenoblade Genesis coming out. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, bro. You telling me that Monolith is going to be able to put a Xenoblade game on Switch with capable hardware? Stop playing with me, bro. Like, stop it. Like, of course I'm going to get that. So, for real, like, bro, they just dropped the update for Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition. Bro, Xenoblade 1 at 4K 60. Like I used to pray for times like this. Xenoblade 2 Definitive Edition is coming out next month. I hate that you gotta wait till the end of the year for Xenoblade 3, but still, amazing. We got Superboy Joestar 7142 with the $5 super chat. Yo, man, been a fan since your Arkham Asylum review. Glad to see you back. Oh, thank you. Yo, you taking it back, bro. Do you guys remember? Oh my god, that was actually one of my first reviews I did. The Arkham Asylum game, bro. Oh my god. I remember I recorded that shit in the bathroom. I recorded that shit in the bathroom, you guys. Because there was a point where I couldn't record my videos, like, you know, like in my usual spots because people were downstairs and being loud and all that stuff. And this is before the days of lav mics and everything. So I needed a place that was quiet. And I was like, what place is quiet? The fucking bathroom. Oh my god, I recorded like a solid, I think I want to say like 6 months of videos in the fucking bathroom. And nobody was the wiser except like one or two people who were like, yeah, I recognize that tiling. I think he's in a bathroom. It was so funny, bro. I recorded in 2 different bathrooms, actually. Oh my god. This is the Neo lore that people are just like, wait, what? Oh, I feel dirty now. I feel dirty. This nigga's recording videos where he shits. Okay, so we'll finish up the whole we'll do the second part of the GTA stuff in a second. Let's get to super chats. $5 coming in from John the Don. Deadpool being in a new fighting game and hitting the Jacko pose was not expected, but I welcome it. Also, Blade on PlayStation before Xbox is crazy, but sad. Yeah, man, tough time for the blacks. Tough time for the blacks, man. Deadpool's in a new fighting game. Oh, is Deadpool in Tokon? Did he get announced for Tokon? I know Blade got announced for Tokon, but did Deadpool get announced for Tokon? Yo, Valkian, you know it, bro. That Arkham Asylum review was goated. Oh, see, Diesel knows. We have Juke the Ronin with the 199 super chat. What are your thoughts on the Steam machine? Oh my god. Well, I'll just say this. Yo, my man Doc Dark is in the chat. Yo, shout out to Doc Dark, my guy. I know someone who records his videos in bathrooms. Who? Name names, Doc. Name names, Doc. But yeah, let's go and talk about the Steam machine. Do you guys remember when we was all excited to pre-order the Steam machine? Yo, $600, $700 for a Steam machine. We got the Gabe Cube. We got the Gabe Cube on deck, bro. And then look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Fucking sweaty, musty. $1,100 Steam machine with no controller. Ugh. Fucking depressing. Honestly, it's sad, bro. I just look at everything in tech that's happening now, man, and I just get depressed, man. I want to cry one tear. Because I'm looking at this shit. If you want to get a fully decked out Steam machine, that shit is like $1,500. Bro, that shit is getting close to a mortgage price. For a console that can't even do 4K 60. For a console that they had to change it to say up to 4K 60 if you're worried, if you're content with the sacrifices. That's not the Valve that I know, bro. That's not the Valve that I know. But I mean, I fundamentally I like the idea of the Steam machine. I loved the approach that Valve was going with the Steam Deck and the Steam machine, and them really just making PC gaming more accessible to the common audiences. Because, you know, PC is an incredible platform to play games on, but, you know, there is still that barrier of entry for some people. Some people don't want to deal with tweaking settings. Some people don't want to deal with all the things that come with PC. PC is what you make it, but for some people, they want a streamlined experience. That's where the Steam Deck, for 90% of it, is that streamlined experience. And, you know, Steam OS being that platform, it seemed like a no-brainer with the Steam machine. But at that price point, bro, I can't justify it, man, because that thing is more expensive than a PS5 Pro, and it runs worse than the PS5 Pro. I know their whole shtick is they don't want to subsidize it because that's what the components would cost at cost. And, you know, you're not going to get a PC that can be in that little form factor. Sure. But still, man, I'd be looking at the games and the settings that they play in that for like $1,200. Oh, no, bro. Absolutely not. But what are you going to do? We'll see what happens. Maybe in like 10 years, it'll be affordable. 199 super chat from Arsenal Lock. I remember the bathroom videos. Good times. Yo, oh my God. Hashtag bathroom videos make a return. We're going to do a video brushing our teeth next. Guys, this is my nighttime routine. We have a $2 super chat coming in from Superboy Joe Star. Did you try 007 First Light? Yes, I did actually. I'm in the process of playing it right now. The game came out at not a bad time for me, but I was a little busy because it came out. I played it for a day, and then I was like off on a plane to Texas to go watch the boxing match. And then I came back, and then I was busy with work, and then all bunch of like different events happening here and there. So now it finally slowed down for me where I can actually play 00. I was actually playing it like an hour before this. I recorded a funny video. I'm gonna post it to Twitter later. But yeah, Marvel Tokon looks pretty good, man. I mean, I'm not big into fighting games, as you guys know, but I would definitely I would definitely play it if I was. I probably might just buy it to support, you know, because I like Arc System Works. We got $4.99 super chat coming in from Pooh Bear. What up? I think you were underselling the Dragon Ball Z dub. Ooh. I agree the dub for the Saiyan and the Frieza saga is mid, but Cell and Buu saga was amazing and better than Kai. So, no. I always said that the first two arcs, the dub was not that great. Well, no. The Saiyan arc, when they dubbed... Because the thing is, Funimation didn't dub Dragon Ball Z until the Frieza saga, when they got into the whole spat with the Ocean Group. So Ocean did the first stuff, and then Funimation took over halfway through Frieza, and they took over from the Frieza stuff, and they finished up until the end, and they continued. Then in 2005, when they did the Ultimate Uncut, they went back and they redubbed the Saiyan saga. The redubbed stuff is good. The redubbed stuff is great. The Frieza saga, rough. The Cell stuff, rough-ish. Buu saga, better. But as a whole, it's not consistent. And my biggest problem with Dragon Ball has been with the scripting for the English language version. Sure, when you're younger, you like it. It's cool. It's fine. And you have hype moments. But if you're looking at what was supposed to be originally conveyed, the dub made a lot of changes. A lot of changes to the characterization. So much to the point where it's become a detriment to how people view characters nowadays. So when you look at something like Kai, not only is the acting better across the board, not only is the scripting better across the board, it's more consistent to the original vision. Now, you can argue whether or not you think scenes were handled better versus your memory, but in terms of like what was supposed to be originally conveyed, Kai and the dub is closer to what it is supposed to be, and you can't compare the quality of the acting. Like, the actors themselves have said, you know, we were under so many constraints when we did those original dubs that if we ever got a chance to do it properly, we'd be so happy. And they got to do that with Kai. And again, just going back to that, if I had to pick a show to watch, I would rather watch Kai because it gets to the point faster and it eliminates all the filler. Sure, it's not perfect. Like when you got into the Kai Buu saga, they definitely fucked around with some things, but it is still a bit. If I had to, like, gun to my head, watch Dragon Ball versus reading the manga, I'd rather watch Kai because it gets the stuff better and faster. But yeah, the dubs, like I said, they were a product of their time. And, you know, I still got love for it. I have love for Goku turning Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. Like, that's iconic. You know, I got love for a lot of the stuff because I grew up with it. But at the same time, I could be critical of it and realize that, you know, they like, for example, Vegeta pleading to Goku in the Frieza saga, that sequence, completely different characterization of Vegeta. He was pleading, saying, please kill Frieza, like he abused me as a child, and did all this stuff that Vegeta never even said in the Japanese version. Never. He was trying to make himself out to be a victim, and Frieza did this. It was horrible, you know? And you don't realize that until you actually, like, read the manga and see, like, what these characters were, how they were supposed to be. So yeah, I got love for it. Like, okay, Spider-Man's a great example. I have love for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. As movies themselves, I think that they are works of art. In terms of characterization as a Spider-Man fan, I think that they missed the mark on so many levels. I can separate my brain from being a hardcore Spider-Man fan and realizing that I don't like this as a Spider-Man fan, and I can also enjoy it as a fan of movies and what those movies did. That's where my mind is. 2012 would have been like, fuck those movies. 2012 me, fuck those movies. But now I'm just like, I got love for it. I mean, I still think Tobey Maguire is the weakest Spider-Man of the bunch in terms of acting, and he acts the least like Peter Parker versus Andrew and Tom, but I still have love for it, you know? So it's just a lesson in growth. $4.99 for Movie Enforcer. Did you hear that Gary Smith was originally going to die at the end of Bully by falling to it? Yeah, I remember we were talking about this a few years ago. There was a lot of stuff that Rockstar wanted to do with that Bully game that was changed or they cut out completely. But I mean, it makes sense because when you talk about that game and the subject matter, I was surprised that it came out in the state that it did, because they would never make a Bully game nowadays, bro. Absolutely the fuck not. That is only a game that you can put out in the mid 2000s, man. But yeah, to finish up the discussion of Rockstar. Oh, shout out to the 65 people watching. Usually you lose viewers over time, but we keep gaining viewers. Shout out to y'all, man. What y'all getting into right now outside of watching the stream? What y'all up to? All my lurkers in the chat, I need y'all to say something. But yeah, no, to go back and finish up the discussion on GTA, the lack of a physical edition. Again, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that people are surprised that Rockstar isn't doing a physical version. Listen, you guys see the collection here. You know, you see the collection here, back there. You've seen all the pickups I do. I'm a huge physical media stan. I am a bigger movie collector than I am a game collector, just because nowadays, I feel like if you're trying to collect games physically, you're almost punished in a way by comparison to how it was before. Because unfortunately, a lot of the times, games these days are either not receiving physical versions, or the physical versions are gimped, where they're not all on the disc. Like if you're an Xbox fan, just they don't even print physical versions of a lot of these games nowadays. And if they do, they're just like access key discs. PlayStation, you have less of a problem with that. The Switch now with the game key cards, I only own like two. I only own two Nintendo Switch 2 physical games. That's Donkey Kong and Xenoblade. And notice something about those two games. Those games... Well, actually, no. Xenoblade is a freaking Switch 1 game. Never mind. I'm sorry. I think I only own fucking Donkey Kong? Oh my god. Donkey Kong is the only physical Switch 2 game I own. Wow. You notice that it's an exclusive game. A lot of these other companies, they're not putting out their games on the game key cards. And that's unfortunately a problem we had with the Switch 1 and the cartridge sizes. There's some stuff happening behind the scenes with Nintendo, and cartridge sizes is crazy. But it's hard to want to collect games physically when a lot of them times they're not on the disc. And why would I want to spend money to buy the game physically, wait for it to get shipped to my house, have to deal with it not being within instant access where I could just scroll through my console, download it, and play it? It sucks. It really sucks nowadays trying to collect things physically. And when you look at the sales data, we are a minority, man. Like, I hate to say it. Well, me, I'm black, so I'm a double minority in this case. I'm a black physical media collector. We are at that point where we are becoming the minority to these companies. Now, there are still going to be a contingency of people who do go out there and support things physically. You know, whether you're a collector or your internet's not that great, or you live in a part of the world where that's just the way they do business, you're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, what's up to all the people who've been joining in between? We got Marcus Dora Terrell, Ryuzaki Koizuma, and Asbel Lawrence all at the same time. What's up, gentlemen? Yeah, we've been talking about a lot for the past hour, man. We've been, you know, just talking about shit like Kingdom Hearts, GTA, all that good stuff. You know the vibes for the streams. But we're at that point now where these companies are becoming heavily digital. Like when you look at Capcom and their reports, their digital games, I believe, are like at what, 80+%. You're looking at a lot of these companies like Sony, and they're talking about the money they make digitally. And that's where it is. Like, I look at my PlayStation collection, my Xbox collection, my Nintendo Switch collection, and the amount of digital games that I've purchased this generation alone, it's freaking 95% of my collection. So when I look at Grand Theft Auto 6, which is going to be the biggest game of all time, and it just not having a physical version, now there's a mindset. There's a mindset that people have where it's like, well, the reason why they're doing this is they're doing a fake physical version because they want to avoid spoilers. They want to make sure that if a game gets into the hands of people, they can't play it because it's a digital only release. Okay, I understand that. You want to prevent spoilers, sure. But if that were the case, wouldn't they just have said we're going to have a proper physical version down the road instead of doing this fake for shelf space physical version? I think that's a little telling. I mean, that's not to say that they wouldn't ever put out a physical version of GTA 6. Because remember, this is Rockstar. This is the company that has sold you GTA 5 across 3 different PlayStations. Before it used to be, you get 3 GTAs on a PlayStation console. Now, every PlayStation gets a GTA 5. So, that could be the case. They could come out with a physical version 6 months, a year down the road, whatever. Or maybe it's just the sign that they just don't want to prioritize putting discs out there. which when you look at it, the money that they make and they have to split with retailers versus digital, where they get all of that revenue and they only have to split a bit of it with the storefront. They don't have to worry about packaging, distribution, manufacturing, brick and mortar stores, all that stuff. That's eventually what's going to happen. You're still going to have physical media out there for video games, but it's going to keep dwindling. And all you have to do is go into your local Target or Best Buy or Walmart and you look at their game selection versus 10 years ago. That's it. You can sit here and say that, well, everybody buys their games on Amazon. Go look at Amazon storefront and Best Buy storefront when it comes to games. That's just where all these companies are trending towards, people. And as much as I hate it, it is what it is. And it sucks. It does. I'm complicit in it. But all I can say is that if you really care about this stuff, just like I am a big proponent of buying your movies, buy your movies, because if you buy them and you own them physically, they can never take them away from you. Do the same thing when it comes to video games, right? Now, video games is a little easier just because, we have a digital storefront like Steam, and there are ways to preserve your games. You guys already know. But if you want to send a message to these companies, then you just got to keep buying this stuff physically. You have to. It is what it is, man. We have a $1.99 super chat coming in from Ramen Hibachi. Do you fuck with Invincible and The Boys? So I do, but I'm gonna be honest. First off, I haven't even watched the last season of The Boys. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I just never did, and then it ended. And Invincible, I'm a whole 2 seasons behind. I haven't done that either. So I do like what I've watched of Invincible and The Boys. I mean, I kept up with all the seasons. It hasn't kept the same energy across the board. And it is hard carried sometimes by the performances, especially Homelander. But, I'll eventually catch up on season 5 and finish it. It's just so crazy how The Boys ended and it was gone, bro. I don't know what it is with shows these days and their 5th season just being like a fart in the wind. Like Stranger Things, The Boys. That's just crazy to me, man. It's like the 5th season is cursed. And the 5th season of Game of Thrones, that was what people say was the last season before shit started to go off the rails. We have a $5 Australian super chat from the homie Valkian24. Thank you, Maddie. He says, GTA 6 going digital only around the same time when PlayStation takes away movies in the UK makes me fear the future of physical forever. Yeah, that's another thing. First off, if I can offer you guys some advice, when it comes to movies, I know I say buy your movies physically. Don't buy your movies digitally. Don't buy them off the PlayStation Store. Don't buy them off the Xbox Store. Because how these things work is that these things are licensed to the services. And once the license is over, they pull the movies. And they remove the movies from your digital libraries. The only time I would ever own a digital version of a movie is if I got that thing for free with my physical copy. Buying a freaking digital version of something on a storefront like PlayStation or Xbox, I'm not blaming people for doing that, because if that's your preferred way of doing it, then absolutely. But just look at how easy they can take that shit away from you. And I know folks say, well, it's just the UK, but the UK has millions of fucking people there, bro. It's crazy. We have a £2 super chat coming in from Kyle Rayner. I like that name. Persona getting a live Netflix adaptation. Oh. We were doing so good. We were doing so good. Is Juke the Ronin still here? Is Juke the Ronin still here? I'm gonna go and see if I still have some liquor. I know I said I didn't have any, but I might need some liquid courage to answer this next question, my friends. Stand by. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back. Execute Order 66. All right, I'm back. He said, don't go anywhere, but joke's on him. I got to use the bathroom. Hey, listen, you can use the bathroom all you want. I'd rather you use the bathroom versus, you know, that one time you just peed while we were streaming, and I was like, yeah, go clean that up. What the hell? The fuck is this? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no! Speaking of people pissing on themselves, oh, God. Oh, my God. Ew. Nah, one of my homies just texted me saying that, oh, God. Oh, God. One of my homies just said that, like, someone near him pissed on himself. Oh, God. Damn. Fuck. That's wild, bro. Is he good? Was he drunk? Like, what happened? What happened, bro? This is horrifying. God. Jesus. Hey, Dimwit Monkey, what's up, bro? What's up? Ew, were they a Smash player? Maybe. Oh, Jesus. Okay, anyways, so I actually did have alcohol downstairs. You know I keep that thing on me. We had a bottle of Tito's, which is my go-to vodka. So, yeah, Juke, it looks like you're getting your not tequila shot, but you're getting your shot tonight, bro. And we definitely gotta have a shot if we're gonna talk about Netflix and Persona. Oh brother, you guys, oh brother. 4-hour stream, let's go. Now I don't know about a 4-hour stream. I don't know if my voice can make it there. We have to we got to get our voice back to its former glory before we go to a 4-hour stream. But yeah, we're gonna do our first shot on stream in over 4 months. Yeah, it's been a long time, you guys. So what are we dedicating this shot to? Well, first off, we're all here. We're all live. We made it through another 4 months. We're back at it like the crack addicts that we are. You know, we really got to come up with like a more marketable term, because if we say that to people, they're really going to think like we're recovering addicts or something. It's like, kids, don't do crack. But you know what? We're toasting this. We're toasting this one to the homies. We're toasting this to the homies, to life, to just being authentically ourselves, and of course to Juke the Ronin for getting us started on this stuff. This man said toast to crack. Oh no, we're not doing that. But yeah, you guys, salud. Tito's always goes down very smooth. Take a shot for Xbox. Wow. I just realized we made it 90 minutes into the stream without talking about any of the stuff happening at Xbox. That's crazy. But okay, so let's talk about the Persona live action. So for those of you guys who aren't aware, yesterday they just announced that Netflix is actually developing a live action Persona TV series. No, I am not joking. They have a showrunner, somebody who wrote a couple episodes of Star Trek Picard, and he worked on Marvel's Vision Quest. He's going to be showrunning it. The production company is Sean Levy's production company, who, you know, he produced Stranger Things. And yeah, that's all we really got right now. We don't have any casting. We don't have any news about it. But yeah, it looks like Persona is going to be the next big thing that Netflix tackles. And listen, on the one hand, I think that Persona works a hell of a lot better as a TV show versus a movie. And if you were to adapt a property, the one that excuse me, sorry. The one that I think would have potential if done right is Persona, because you could really, no pun intended, obviously, the social links, the confidants, all that stuff can really get fleshed out throughout the course of a TV show without it feeling like you're leaving people out. You can have specific episodes where you focus on these characters and as they develop over the course of a season or two. Now, do I have any confidence and faith that they will do a great job on this. I don't know. I need to see how this turns out. The thing about Persona, and I say the same thing about Persona that I do Death Note. These type of stories work best as anthologies. I do not need to see the story of Persona 3 or 4 or 5 retold in a TV show, a movie, an anime. I don't. I played it in the games. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, this is not for you, somebody who played the games. This is for people who could have never played the games. So why don't use this as an opportunity to get more people into it? That's exactly what I am saying. Because look at what happened with the Last of Us TV show. The first season was good. It was great. And that show was at its best when they treated it like an anthology. So when they had the episodes that covered stuff that wasn't in the game, that was world building, like the intro, the first like 5 minutes of the episode 1, and then the stuff they did in episode 2, like that stuff was genuinely interesting and it fleshed out the world. But when they started to retell stuff from the games, that's when shit got so generic and vanilla. And I'm looking at the performances of Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. Like, these are good actors, and they're giving us worse versions of performances that we got in a game from 10 years prior that was more fleshed out. And I'm looking at it like, I would much rather recommend somebody play the game on easy mode and experience the story the way Naughty Dog intended it versus this dumbed down, stripped version that they did with the HBO shows. It was less visceral across the board. It was the first season could have gone on for 2 or 3 episodes longer so we can really flesh out the dynamic between Ellie and Joel. You missed some of the character beats of Joel's character. You know, they took out like some of the whimsiness of him that was in the games, that wasn't in the show. And I'm looking at Persona. I don't need them to tell me the story of 5 again, or 4, or 3. I want them to create their own universe, their own characters, their own lore. That's what Atlus does with every single one of their Persona games. Like, sure, you might have a couple of callbacks here and there, like, oh, that character kind of looks like Rise. But the only constants you have are the Velvet Room and the Persona. That's it. So if those are your constants, and that's the groundwork for an Atlus TV show version of Persona, live action produced by Netflix, then give me that, bro. Give me that. And at the very least, if the show sucks, we can judge it on the quality of the show. Versus, oh, this is a bastardization of Persona 5's story. And when you don't have to adhere to the story of the games, you have creative liberty to tell your own stories. Like, that's what Death Note should have been. When Adam Wingard did his Death Note movie, it shouldn't have been the story of Eller Light. If you're going to tell the story of Eller Light, tell the story of Eller Light as it was done in the manga. But when you started changing stuff where it's like Light Turner, and he's not even methodical or insidious like the Light character, he like starts out the movie saying like, if you would hit me, which I'm sure you could, that would be child abuse, and like this dumb shit where it's like, what the fuck am I actually watching? And yes, that was a real line from the Netflix Death Note movie. Don't give me that. Give me your own take on the story of the Death Note, where the only constants you have are a Death Note and a Shinigami. Create your own characters, create your own adversaries, your own dynamics, do all of that stuff. Tell me that story. That's why I think that Netflix, if they really wanted to, they could tell a story. They could have done Death Note like an anthology series on Netflix where you get a different auteur director, from Guillermo del Toro to David Fincher to maybe Inarritu to Alfonso Cuarón, and you give them an hour, tell their story of how they would do Death Note. That would be so fucking sick. So that's what I want for this Persona show. I want them to do their own thing, and at the very least, if it sucks and it's terrible, then it sucks and it's terrible on its own front. Like, you don't have to worry about the games. The games are still its own thing. But if you tell me that you're going to adapt the story of 3, 4, and 5, oh, hell the fuck no. And then you run the problem of them trying to play the greatest hits. Yo, we're going to include this iconic pose or this all-out attack or the member berries type shit. Like, ain't no way they're going to play the greatest hits. Fuck that shit. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm amazed you remember that damn Death Note movie. Bro, that movie scarred me, bro. To this day, those are still some of the most watched videos on my channel, the review I did. 999 Super Chat coming in from Movie Enforcer. Appreciate you, bro. He says, who would win in a fight? Trudy Proud versus Lois from Malcolm in the Middle in their rage mode. We can all agree Reese wouldn't last 5 seconds with Trudy, given that he's a coward and will run away. Trudy Proud or Lois from Malcolm in the Middle? I thought you were going to say Lois Griffin, because if it was Trudy Proud versus Lois Griffin, you guys remember that episode where she took Taekwondo? Holy shit. But, has Trudy ever gotten into a fight? Shit, Lois might... that's a tough one, bro. And they're both angry? I gotta side with the Black Queen on this one. I gotta side with Trudy Proud. Oh wow, the homie Asbo Lant with the 1999 super chat. My brother, thank you so much. It's good to see you. He says, are you guys ready for another Eden Begins? Trails in the Sky, the second, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, and Grand Blue Versus Rising, all new DLC character, and Switch 2, all released on the same day, plus Wolverine 2 days prior. Bro, like I said, September is a bloodbath. We have like 40 games releasing in the span of 3 weeks. Onimusha comes out that month. Trails, Fire Emblem, Wolverine. Like it's just too much, man. Like that month, Fire Emblem and Wolverine are the only 2 games I'm focused on. Like everything else, as much as I want to play them, I can't do it, guys. I can't justify buying the games and then having them sit on the shelf and not get no playtime, man. It's fucking... oh my god. Like, what is the game? I know everyone is trying to get out of the way of GTA, but man. Aswelon also says, hit that like button, motherfuckers. Drink your water. We got to stay hydrated in the heat. Yes, I don't know where you guys live, but here in New York, this week, bro, we gonna be flirting with 100 degrees, man. On Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and Thursday, it's gonna be 101 degrees, if I remember correctly. Let me see. All right, guys. So, severe heat warning starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to hit 94 degrees. Thursday is 100 degrees. Friday is 98. Saturday is 94. Sunday, 91. Oh, my God. So, Thursday, I'm staying my ass indoors. I'm staying where there's AC. I'm not going to no beaches. I'm not doing none of this stuff that people want to do. I'm like, absolutely not. Because the thing is, I like going to the beach as much as the next guy. But if you're telling me I got to go to the beach in 101 degrees and that humidity, nah, I'm good, Chief. This man said they should make a live action Chrono Trigger. You know what, Duke? You say something like that one more time, you going on timeout, bro. You going on timeout. Have you played any gacha games like Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves? No, I have not. I'm not really into the gacha games, my friends. This man says we getting smoked in Boston. Yeah, you could get smoked again if you say they should ever do a live action Chrono Trigger, but let's be honest. Dude, I isn't there one game that's gonna drop near GTA? Was it Phantom Blade Zero? Didn't they say oh, you got your CD? Nice. Didn't they say yo, yeah, we're confident in our game. That shit's gonna be like Mighty Number 9. No, not Mighty Number 9. The Wonderful 101. When they released the same day as GTA, and they were trying to like counter programming, like, yeah, since GTA is not on the Switch, people will buy it. Not on the Switch, the Wii U. Since it's not on the Wii U, people will buy this. Nope. The only games this fall that really people got to be worried about are Grand Theft Auto 6, the Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, and Godzilla Remastered. Like, if you're not any of those games, stay the fuck out of November, man. Like, just stay out of November. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee Remastered. Out of nowhere. Like, who was checking for that game and they just pulled up to the scene saying, yo, we remastering one of the best Godzilla games. Like, my goodness. What a surprise. Devolver wants to drop a game on the same day as GTA just because there's a Barbie game dropping 2 weeks before. Well, listen, depending on what the reviews are hitting like for that Barbie game, it might be a cop. It might be a cop. It's a Barbie game. There's a Barbie game, my friends. There's a Barbie game. But I feel like Devolver could. As my goat always says, I used to pray for times like this. Yeah, dude. In November, it's gonna be that GTA 6 and that Ocarina of Time remake. And then Godzilla, of course. You gotta support Godzilla. Godzilla's gonna be a game that, even if I don't really play a lot of it, I still have to support it for the culture, you know? I gotta support it for the culture. You gotta pull up for the homie. The homie Godzilla. And Godzuki, you know? Got to. Wolverine is absolutely an essential. I can't wait to play that shit, bro. And it's going to be a linear experience, too. Ooh, baby. I'm at that age where, as much as I like open world games, you give me a really tight linear experience. Oh, my man's getting 2 copies. He's getting the PS5 for the trophies and the Switch 2 for the portability. Oh, I heard you're going to be pulling up to the club with that Godzilla. Yo, is that Godzilla? Does it going to have like split Joy-Con play? That's what I'm talking about. You play that shit at the bar? Yes, sir. Ramen Hibachi with the $4.99 super chat. The GOAT Show Kolioka is returning. Aren't you excited? You know, congratulations to all the Kolioka fans. Congratulations to every single one of you guys. I'm so happy that you guys are getting the show of your dreams. May it live up to all of your expectations over the past 20 years of waiting for this new season. I am so happy for you guys. King Diesel says, whenever they return a show, it usually be ass, not gonna lie. Well, in the case of Kolioka, it would just be on brand then. Oh, man. Kolioka was so swag, but they changed Jeremy's voice actor. It became unwatchable. Parts of that statement are indeed true. It was definitely unwatchable before the voice change, but after the voice change, it just made it even more unwatchable. That nigga sounded like he was sucking dick. Oh, man. I fucking can't stand that nigga, bro. I can't, bro. Y'all get me pissed off all over again. I can't stand that show, bro. I cannot stand that show, bro. How dare y'all bring this up on my comeback stream? Nigga, I'm about to leave again. I'm about to go away for 6 more months. Y'all did this to yourself. $5 super chat coming in from Thunder Yeg. The show with the big-headed kids is coming back. Yo, them niggas got a bigger forehead than me, bro. They got bigger foreheads than me, bro. You see me? Listen, I got a nice forehead. You see? Forehead. 4 fingers, forehead. Them niggas, bro, you could like draw a map on one of these chicks. Yo, what's that chick name? Her name was Aelita, bro. That fucking forehead. My goodness, dude. Aelita, Yumi. Bro, I don't even know what odd was. Like, I just look at that and I'm like, what cartoon did you jump out of? No, don't do this. Don't a good Berserk adaptation. No. Berserk is like the monkey's paw. You get a Berserk anime, it'll never be a good adaptation. It's just the rule, bro. It's just the rule. Like, Berserk's getting anime. Yeah. Oh, it looks like that. What are your thoughts on Tifa appearing in Street Fighter? I am so surprised that she was not in Tekken. Like, I would have thought out of all the fighting games out there, she would be in Tekken first. But she ended up being in Street Fighter, which is just a testament to how much they're fumbling Tekken. But yeah, that's dope. Tifa, I love her. She's my GOAT. She's one of my first video game crushes. I'm happy to see Tifa representation. And when the world needed him most, he vanished again. Yes. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Netflix, they just put out Avatar Season 2. I'm gonna try to forget it again. You got a Tifa jar? No. I have sex with actual women, so I don't need a Tifa jar. I have had a chick cosplay as Tifa though, so there's that. Uh, Especially since they put Noctis in Tekken 7. Exactly. SNK would have been good. Yo, the Uzumaki shit? Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. We gonna come out with this banger of a first episode. We gonna gaslight everybody into thinking this shit's gonna be good, and then it ended up being ass. Oh my god, bro. I put that up there with what happened with Promised Neverland. You guys remember when Promised Neverland, how that anime just... Oh my god. What's up, Steve Killer? How you doing, bro? Bro, the Promised Neverland season 2, that shit was so fucking funny. I remember when they kept fucking up that season so bad, the people working on it requested to have their names removed from it. It was so fucking funny, man. Streets was dead. Streets was dead with Promised Neverland, bro. Oh my god. Damn. That shit was hilarious. Oh, man. It's been brutal in the South. I believe it. What's the weather like down south, you guys? What's it like? I'm gonna be in Texas in a few weeks. I'm gonna be in Texas 2.5 weeks from now. I'm gonna be in Texas. I'm gonna be there that weekend. The weekend the Odyssey comes out. Texas. It's fucking humid in Georgia. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hot Atlanta, guys. Yeah, the manga for Promised Neverland's good, from what I've read. But they skipped animating the whole arc. That's what was so fucking funny to me. They're just like, fuck it, and then here, we're end of the manga. I'm like, huh? Things just skipped to the end. Are you going to DreamCon? Nah. I'm just going down to Texas to visit some friends and family. Because I ain't been to Texas in since before COVID. It's been a long time. What are your thoughts on the One Piece remake? I don't know. Like, so to me it seems kind of unnecessary because I don't think that One Piece really needed a remake in the sense that, like, the pacing was very bad in the beginning. I don't think that at all. I think the pacing of One Piece has gotten really bad in the past decade. But in terms of the anime, like, sure, it can be done faster and it'll look better, but I don't necessarily think it's unwatchable. How far did they say they're going to go with this One Piece remake? Like, where are they going to stop? Because they're not going to do the whole thing. Are they going to go up into the time skip and stop there, or what? Because, like, to me, okay, if they are going to remake One Piece and they're going to make it faster and closer to the manga in sense of, like, pacing, okay, but you're still using the same cast. And I'm just going to be honest, I'm going to say something controversial. I think that if they were going to do a One Piece remake, they should have got a brand new cast of actors. At least for the Japanese side, because these people have been playing the characters for 30 years at this point. These people are old in their 60s and 70s. There's no way they're going to be able to replicate all of that same, those same incredible performances that they did back then. And I don't think it's fair for them to have to do that all over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they did a Dragon Ball remake, like a from the ground up remake, I would want them to recast everybody. You know, well, I mean, a lot of the Dragon Ball cast is, you know, unfortunately passed away and everything. But I think that's how you need to do it. That's how you need to acclimate people with, you know, the passing of time. Like these characters are going to remain timeless, and they're more than their actors. I love Masako, but she's been voicing Goku since the 80s. And she deserves her rest, which is why, as much as I really wanted Super to come back, like, I just want Masako to rest and let her, you know, just work on the stuff she wants to work on when it's time. But in the case of Mayumi Tanaka, like, she does not get a fucking break, bro. Like, just let her chill, man. And you know, unfortunately, that's like the Japanese culture, where they, unlike over here where voice actors change or some people just don't come back for XYZ reason, over there it's like a fucking dynasty. Like, you're gonna keep working until the very end. And I just I don't agree with that, man. Are you all caught up on One Piece? I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind, but more or less, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that like, I don't, because to me it's all right. So we're gonna remake One Piece. How far are we going to go realistically? And then are you just gonna tell people, or are they gonna make it so we're going to do One Piece and we're gonna remake it up into the point where it becomes high definition, when it becomes widescreen? Is that what they're aiming to do? Is that what they're gonna do with the One Piece remake? So instead of you watching all the episodes in 4:3 and then going widescreen, you're watching everything in widescreen all throughout the story. But then when you get into the later One Piece stuff, it's still going to be very jarring because the pacing gets so bad. But, I mean, we'll see. $10 Canadian super chat coming in from Thunderyeg. The fact that people working on the One Piece remake said the reason why they're remaking it is because they feel younger people can't watch shows in 4:3 is wild. Yo, oh my god. I literally just... Wow. I said that and then you posted the super chat. Holy shit, dude. But unfortunately, that's what... I mean, you saw that, like, with Dragon Ball Z Kai. People were like, why is the show... Why does it have black boxes on the side? Why is that there? Like, people want stuff in widescreen. Which is so... It bothers me as a person who's a preservationist, and I love to see things in the original aspect ratio, and I just don't want it to be cropped. Like, there was a time... I mean, I have the Dragon Ball Z orange bricks. There was a time that I loved them. And then I saw... better quality versions of it, and I was like, oh no. So yeah, I don't mind shows being presented in their original format. And also, bro, it's a show from 1999, dude. Like, of course. Like, what, are we gonna remake all the old movies from back in the day? All right, bro. We have a $5 super chat coming in from the Black Phantom Thief. Hey Neo, I have 3 show recommendations for you: Dark, To Be Hero X, and Link Click. Dark. Now, I think I might have seen some of Dark. Is that the Netflix show Dark? Is that the Netflix show Dark? Because if that's the thing, I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, you're talking about the German show, right? Yeah. When did this come out? Like 20... Yeah, I watched a little bit of this show like back in 2019. Yeah. I saw a little bit of this show, yes. From what I saw of this show, I did enjoy it. Link Click? Never heard of that. Oh, it's a Chinese web series. Ooh. It's on the Roku channel. And on Crunchyroll. Link Click. Some of these sound vaguely familiar. Prequels here, run moment of time, photo studio, the no clients receive their regrets. Oh, Alejandro Saab voices the main guy. Hey, that's what's up. And the other one was To Be Hero X. It sounds like a My Hero Academia spinoff. To Be Hero X. It's not a My Hero Academia series. Wow, it's another Chinese show. I love how I typed it in the first comment is, the fall-off of this show needs to be studied. What the fuck? God damn. Faith turns people into superheroes. People believe that someone can fly. They gain the ability to fly. Okay. So I've seen Dark, a little bit of Dark, so I think I'll probably continue that one. Oh, we have a $4.99 super check from the homie J-Fam. Y'all, I had my game stolen from me, and the thief was so stupid he posted my stuff on the names on eBay. Yo. Oh my god. I have to act so surprised at this, like I haven't been talking to Jason about this for like the past month. But like, dude, because I don't want to put too much of Jason's business out there. But somebody broke into Jason's place, stole his stuff. And they were so stupid that they put it up on eBay. And Jason was able to match everything together. Like, this is actually his stuff. And they just didn't think to be like, you know what? Maybe the stuff I stole, I'm not going to put it up immediately or make it so damn easy to find myself and incriminate myself. Like, that's just fucking insane, bro. And they can't even deny it either. That's what's so funny about it to me. As far as like anime I've been watching, I haven't watched a lot of new anime as of late. I rewatched uh what's that anime called? Revolutionary Girl Utena, because they put the movie back in theaters last week. So I watched that. I binged all of it in like 2 days. It was crazy. And then there is this new show I want to start. It's called I think it's like a rom-com series. Something smoking in the supermarket or something. Something anime about smoking in supermarket or something like with that title. Is it smoking behind the supermarket with you? Is that it? Is that it? I think it's smoking behind the supermarket with you. I think. I want to say it was that one. Smoking behind the supermarket with you. Yeah, that's it. Smoking behind the supermarket with you. I want to start this one. Oh, they're like micro episodes. They're like mini episodes. I want to start this. I've heard it's good. You guys know me. I love my rom-coms, and I love romance anime. He's like, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, this is the title, man. Are you gonna be watching the new Ghost in the Shell remake? Yes, I cannot wait for that show to come out. Science Saru, it looks incredible. We have Cyberpunk coming back. I'm ready to get traumatized all over again. Yeah, man. Oh, they put out a trailer for the Sekiro anime. That shit look good. Yeah, man, that's some good stuff. But you know what's been on my mind since I saw it? I've thought about it like every single day since I watched it 4 fucking times in theaters. That Chainsaw Man Reze arc, bro. Bro, that fucking movie, like, holy shit, dude. That movie was incredible. And the music, the intro song, the outro song, like, nigga, they fucking cooked with that shit, man. Mappa and their tax evasion be damned. They fucking cooked. I saw that shit in Dolby. I saw that shit in 4DX. Didn't see it in IMAX. But I saw it. Oh, you saw all of Daredevil Born Again? Daredevil Born Again solid. The first season was very but the second season was better. I will say though, it's still below Netflix Daredevil. Like how I rank the seasons is like Daredevil Born Again season 1 is at the bottom. And then it's Daredevil season 2. Then it's Daredevil Born Again season 2. Then it's Daredevil season 1. And then Daredevil season 3 is all the way at the fucking top. Oh my god. Daredevil season 3 is fucking peak, dude. That is the best season of a superhero TV show. Oh my god. Oh man, I kind of wish I saw it in IMAX then. But yeah, Bullseye in Daredevil Born Again season 2. MVP of the show. No, I didn't really. Infinity Castle, I was bored watching that movie, bro. Because the thing about Demon Slayer is, Demon Slayer, with the way they tell the story, they'll do a fight scene, then they'll do like 20-minute flashbacks, then they'll do a fight scene and 20-minute flashbacks. That works as an anime you're watching week to week. But when you're watching it as a movie, I was just sitting in that chair like, calm the fuck on, dude. Like, what is this pacing, man? If I'm watching an anime 20 minutes a week, that's fine. But in a movie, like, I need a beginning, a middle, and end. And the Chainsaw Man movie gave me that versus the Demon Slayer one. No, the flashback is good, but for like a 2 hour and 30-minute movie, man, the pacing wasn't. It wasn't good. Anyone find it weird that they call it Born Again when season 3 is the adaptation of Born Again? Yeah, comic titles don't really mean much these days. They don't. They just like, yeah, we'll slap it on because it's a meta commentary on how Daredevil is born again in the MCU properly. That's what they were going for. Damon of the Shadow Realm. Anybody seen that one? Kiba is talking highly of it. Hey, that's what's up. New sound system? That's great. I gotta get me a new sound system. I've had mine for like five years, and it serves me well. I don't need to change it, but you know, it's time. Okay, so it's time for the second shot. Juke the Ronin, are you still here? I hope he's here to witness us taking the second shot on camera. Juke the Ronin, present yourself. He's like, yes, I am here. I'm here to witness. Oh, okay. Oh, that's from Arakawa? Oh, man, I ain't been paying attention. I ain't been paying attention like that then. I didn't know it was from Arakawa. Okay. Okay, I'm definitely going to check it. The only really like mangaka I check for all of their work is like if you're Jesus Christ, excuse me. Oh yeah. Oh, excuse you guys. Like if you're coming out with something from the creator of Monster, Pluto, this and that, I'm checking for your next work. 20th Century Boys. Like Urasawa, like I'm checking for that shit, bro. Silver Spoon is good. I like Silver Spoon. Even the same animation studio. Let's fucking go. I think my sister did send me something like that. Man's made me want to yawn to myself. Yeah, you better yawn, bro. It's contagious. But yeah, guys, we are going to take our second shot of the night since we're about to hit 2 hours. So we're dedicating this one to the stream, man. First stream in 4 months. Hopefully not the last stream of the summer. We're going to try to get another one of these out there. But appreciate you guys, man, pulling up deep for this impromptu stream. Like I said, I only gave you guys 2 hours heads up, and we're still rocking with like 60 plus people in the chat. That's amazing to me, guys. Hopefully you guys, this is a great start to the summer. You get a lot of gaming in, you eat a lot of good food. For all my people who are living in the States, we got 4th of July weekend coming up, so hopefully you guys are relaxing. And if you're working like I am, condolences to you. And yeah, you know, Neo, you're activating my Amazon Alexa. I don't know how, but you are. Oh, shit. Well, hey, put that freak on the phone. That's all I'll say. So, cheers, guys. Okay. So, Persona 6. I noticed we didn't talk about that at all. People are like, finally. Yeah, so Atlas finally unveiled Persona 6 at the Xbox Showcase. Crazy how we're living in an era where all the Xbox world reveals are Persona games. But yeah, you know, Persona 6 had been rumored for the longest time. If you're plugged into everything and you've seen the leaks, you knew it was going to happen. They didn't show anything outside of the fact that it's going to be a supernatural setting, which gets me really excited. I love the teasers for Persona games because they always come off as like so dark and mysterious, and then you look at the actual game and it's still dark in the subject matter, but nowhere near. Like, if you look at Persona 5, the first teaser was, you are slave. Do you want emancipation? And you're thinking to yourself, like, damn, Atlas is woke as fuck. Making a game about the blacks? Let's fucking go. And there were no black people in it. But, you know, like, obviously the themes of the game, it resonated. But they always look so dark and dreary. But this one, I feel like it might be a darker Persona game. I'm excited for it. You guys know I'm a Persona fanatic. I'm really, I mean, I'm a little torn because you guys know I wanted the next Persona game to take place in college or star adults, just because I feel like we've done everything we can do with high schoolers, but that's just not what the Persona series is. I've come to realize it's just going to be that game franchise that comes out like every decade with a different group of high school students going through some shit. And that's fine, I guess. But yeah, we really don't know much about it. Again, outside of like the leaks and everything, and potentially dual protagonists and all that stuff. But I really want to know who's directing it, because obviously the director of P5 did Metaphor, and the people who are doing the remake, that's a different team. So I'm thinking it's one of two people. It's either going to be the guy who's been producing the Persona games. I think Wada was his name, I believe. Or it's going to be the guy who did he was one of the people who worked on the Royal concept Persona 5. So if it's him, I would not be opposed to it, because I thought that the writing for Persona 5 Royal was much stronger than the back half of Persona 5. So if he's doing that, I think that we're in good hands. But yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see what they do with this, man. I mean, it's crazy how we're in this era where it's like we have a Persona 4 remake, and then potentially we have a Persona 6 in the same year, because it got rated in I think it was Korea or some country. And if a game gets rated, then that means that it's not that far behind. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out next fall. Maybe it slips into 2028, but I think enough time has passed that they've worked on it long enough. We might be seeing Persona 6 sooner than later, guys. Holy shit. What's this question here? How's the love life? The love life is the love life, my friend. I was involved with somebody last year and towards the beginning of the year, and then in typical fashion, man. I'm at that stage now, guys, where I value my peace so fucking much, guys. And I always tell you guys, if you have to sacrifice your peace for anybody. Oh, my homie Abantis texted me. Yay. He's because I'm going out to Texas, and me and Abantis are hanging out. So yeah, you know, I put such a high price on my peace, and if I have to disrupt it in any way, shape, or form for somebody else, I'm just like, no, deuces. So that ended at the beginning of the year, and ever since then, your boy's been chilling, man. Your boy has been chilling. I'm not in any rush to get involved. You know, like, obviously, like, I go out on dates a lot. You know, I go out with multiple women all the time. But more just as like casual friends, like us just hanging out and vibing, because man, I'm at that stage where I just don't feel excited about dating anymore, guys. I'm just gonna be real. Like, I'm very much so focused on my personal life, what I'm doing, being there for my family, and just spending my time living life the way I see fit and getting better every single day. And would it be great to do that with somebody else? Sure. But if it comes at the cost of my peace, I can't do that again. I did that for so many years over the past 8 years, and I'm like, I'm not doing it again, man. So I guess you would say just taking a break for dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not actively searching for anybody. I'm just enjoying my time, doing my thing on my own schedule. Like waking up, going to work, going to the gym, taking trips, hanging out with my friends, just living life on my terms, man. And if I meet somebody, that's great and that's awesome. But if it comes at the cost of the shit that we talked about before, where it's like, oh my God, I have to help you heal from your trauma. And I'm just gonna be honest, guys. I am done. I am done playing fucking Captain Save-A-Ho, bro. Like, I am done being that person who's like, we can work through this. I'm done being that person who's like, you have to heal from this. You know, people just gotta fucking come correct, man. Like, I'm not like this whole like, oh, my trauma from my ex-boyfriend, or my trauma from my absent father, or this and that. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Like, grow the fuck up. Like, grow the fuck up and stop blaming the world for your problems, man. Like, stop this shit. You feel me? Like, I've been through so much shit in my life, bro. But I'm not gonna take that out on anybody, or I'm gonna use it as an excuse to act like a piece of shit towards somebody. Like, no, dude. Like, come the fuck on. Like, how are we still doing this in the big 2026, man? So, to me, it's like when I see those red flags in a person, I'm like, I'm good. And it gets to a point where I remember this. Oh my God. So part of the reason why I kind of like stopped actively dating was I remember I was out on a date with this chick. We had gone on like 2 dates. We were on the third one. And I just noticed her, the way she was moving about a certain situation. And it really rubbed me the wrong way. And, you know, normally I like to talk it out with people and see where they're coming from and see what it is. And it just got to a point where I was just like, I'm not going to do that. This is going to be a fucking headache, bro. I'm just going to be like, nope. So I guess you could say the kid is burnt out. The kid is burnt out on that, man. And to me, when I'm burnt out, I don't do what all these other weirdos online do, and they become anti-women and they start podcasts and all this dumb shit. I'm just like, I am going to be a hermit. I'm going to be a hermit. I'm going to play my games. I'm going to do my streams. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to make my money. And I'm just going to live my life, bro. I'm going to live my life. Might adopt a kitten, another dog, and just live my life, man. I might be that dude that runs with his dog at 5 a.m. in the mornings, bro. Like I already wake up really early as is, man. It's so weird, guys. It's so weird. But, yeah, I'm sure some of you guys can resonate with that. Like King Diesel says, I've been on that ever since I got my place. I refuse to get my peace again. Bro, you cannot give up your peace, man. Like I remember, bro, like after I got out, like the last situation I was in, it felt like a cloud had dissipated from my mind, and I had been normalizing and internalizing shit that I wasn't supposed to. And I'm smarter than that, because the stuff that I would tell you guys, I would not be taking my own advice because of love and this and that and whatever. You can't be doing that shit, man. You got to remain true. If I'm telling you guys not to do something and I go around and be like, well, it's not a good look. So working towards happiness is knowing when to put the foot down and be stern with yourself and be like, no, you are not going to go back to that place. You are not going to deal with that type of person. You are just going to do your own thing. And that's fine. So that's been that. That's been my love life as is. The only love that I have been experiencing is just the love for my friends, the love for my family, and the love for all this stuff. Love can unfortunately make you do dumb shit sometimes. That is true. That is absolutely true, which is why I don't begrudge people for the shit that they go through when they're in love, because I've been there before. I have. But sometimes you have to be strong enough to be like, this isn't love. This is anything but love. If the love is causing you so much pain, then it's not worth it. It isn't. But yeah, that's that. Valkian says, I feel that while I haven't dated much at all, I don't think I'm ready to go do that. I have to focus on getting myself to a good standing. That's an important thing, bro. That's an important thing, man. Making sure that you get yourself in a good mindset. And that's the thing. Like, I never want to be that type of person who say, like, you are not deserving of love because you're not at this point or whatever. But you have to get yourself into a point where you prioritize yourself and you build yourself up to the point where you can be happy and you can stand on your own 2 feet, and you don't rely on somebody else for your own form of happiness or validation. That's the important thing. And unfortunately, I dated women who they sought so much validation from their significant other, which to me was always a weird foreign concept because I never sought validation from other people in that sense. So when someone just needed so much validation from me, I'm just like, what is, like, you can't be your own person? Like, what's happening here? And the love of Jesus Christ. Yes, you need to have a relationship with, if you are religious, you need to have a relationship with Christ. Yes. Oh, you're talking about how far you? Oh, Forza Horizon. I only played Forza Horizon for a little bit. I played it for a little bit. I got sent the code, and then I just got busy with work, so I didn't play a lot of stuff. I didn't. What part of Texas are you gonna be in? I'm gonna be in Dallas. I'm gonna be in Dallas for that weekend. Eventually, I do want to come back to San Antonio. I went to San Antonio in 2014, so it's been a while. Oh, you're a trucker? I didn't know you were a trucker, Ryuzaki. Oh shit. Or are you just talking about in general, like the trucker life? I'm about to say, if you're a trucker life, that's crazy, bro. Every now and then I see like trucker videos pop up on my feed. They need to stop dating if they aren't fully there yet, but people can't help themselves sometimes. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it is, bro. Oh, okay, you did. Yeah, trucking is not for the faint of heart, bro. That's a legit lifestyle. That is a legit lifestyle, man. This wholesome Christian YouTube channel. Are you a fan of Dot Hack? Yeah, I played a little bit of Dot Hack back in the day. I watched the anime. Not really like a crazy, crazy fan though. I'm not the guy to be like, what do you think about this new Dot Hack game coming out? I don't know. But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I liked it. I remember the song. Oh my god, how did it go? How come I must know where in fashion need to go? I remember that shit. They used to play that. I think it was on. I think it was like, was it Adult Swim or Late Night Tsunami? Oh my god, that brought me the fuck back. Holy shit. You guys remember that? The Dot Hack anime? Wow. Nah, but I definitely want to watch this Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you. That shit sounds like an actual vibe. The Midnight Run. Oh, the Midnight Run. They had Dragon Ball. They had Sailor Moon on that. Jesus Christ, dude. Hey, nice. That's what's up, Ryuzaki. I met the composer of Haikyuu, My Hero Academia, the composer of Inuyasha when I was at Otakon a few years ago. They did a whole concert. It was a lit Sunday afternoon concert, bro. Holy fuck. Yeah. Good times, bro. This shit was epic as fuck. They ended with doing You Say Run. Woo! Shit gave me chills, bro. Dot Hack, Blue Gender, Eric Proxy. Yep. People know ball, bro. I remember back in the days when I used to watch Adult Swim on weeknights. I remember I had to with my TV, because I remember my parents let me have a TV in my room at one point, and I remember I had to turn the TV on, and I would put blankets in front of my door so that way the light from the TV wouldn't be illuminated through the floor. And I had to put the volume at like 3 or 2 just to hear stuff. And then I would remember, if I would hear my parents coming downstairs, I would quickly turn the TV off and then pretend to be asleep. But then my mom started to do some slick shit, and she would feel the TV to see if there was warmth. And then I remember one day she was just like, I know the TV was on. And I was like, motherfucker. Oh my god, bro. Oh, Asbo, you're gonna love that concert, bro. The Metaphor concert? Yo, are they gonna bring that dude? Are they gonna bring that dude? Are they gonna bring the? Are they gonna bring that dude to the concert? Is he going on tour? Is he going on tour, bro? Oh my god. Oh my god. They can't have a Metaphor concert without that man, bro. It's good to it's good to prioritize yourself and your peace, but more and more people are tired of dating. From what I've seen, it's quite unusual. Yeah, maniac. It is like people are so fed up. It's just, you know what it is. From my anecdotal evidence, I've just noticed that people are tired of, well, I should say, good, genuine people. They're tired of giving their all and investing, in people who take that for granted. And that's what's so tiresome, because you have a choice to make. Do I continue to put myself out there when I know people can do me dirty, or do I just protect my peace? I'm at that point now where I'm just all about protecting my peace, and I'm recharging to get myself to the point where I do want to, when I do put myself out there, I'm not going to be as burnt out. Because right now, I'm not in the mindset to want to date anybody. And I know that about myself, because I know I have a very short hair trigger when it comes to dealing with nonsense. And unfortunately, my tolerance for that stuff had just been burnt out over the past like 8 years of dating, that I just don't want to ever be in a situation where if I ever do, even if I have to be a little bit more patient with someone, right now I'm not in the mindset. Like, I can be totally patient with people at my work. I can be patient with friends. I can be patient with a lot of things. But when you talk about dating, I can't be patient with dating. If someone comes in with some nonsense, I'm like, deuces. I'm like Danny Phantom. I'm like, going ghost. You know, like, I'm not here for that. I'm like, that's how you move it? Nah, okay. Good luck with that. So yeah, no, people are just really burnt out. And then when you factor everything else in that's happening in life, in the world, yeah, of course people will be burnt out, because now it's like all this other stuff, all these other stressors in life are affecting us. And then we have to add dating on top of that. And then a lot of us, we're not getting any younger. Like, I'm 32. I'm going to be 33 in a few weeks. I am at that point now where I would rather spend my time over the next couple of years prioritizing my peace and happiness, rather than getting involved with somebody and going through the dating motions where you have to help them unpack their trauma and their shit and everything. And I'm like, I did that for the better part of my 20s and my first few years of my 30s. I'm done with that, you know? Like, there's always going to be risks. Like, if you don't put yourself out there, you're denying yourself of the good stuff that could come in your life. Absolutely. I 100% get that. But when you're fucking tired and you're burnt out, like, you just need to be like, no, I'll deal with that another day. You still got plenty of time, Chris. Yeah, that's why I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing anything, bro. I am not. Like, I am acutely aware that I have definitely like a lot of great years ahead of me, and I don't need to rush myself into a relationship or whatever. I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, I wish I had a kid when I was younger, blah, blah, blah. Like, if I do want to start a family at some point, sure. But like right now, it's like, I'd only ever want to start a family if I meet the right person, we get married, and then we have kids. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Dude, I could have sworn you just turned 30 like last year. Yeah, no, I turned 30 almost 3 years ago, bro. Time is flying, my friends. Time is flying, my friends. Like, I was just thinking about how, like, 2020 was like 3 years ago. No, that shit was like 6 years ago, bro. Oh my God. I just turned 35 and I've been married for 12 years. It all happened so fast. Time flies, dude. Dude, my freaking nephew is turning 12 this year. I was looking on my phone when I went to visit him in because they live in upstate New York, and we went to Canada together. He was like 3 years old, not even 3. Not even 3 years old. And now he's 12, and now he's playing soccer. Like, what is going on, bro? I started watching these streams in 2020. I turned 14 that year. I'm 20 now. Bro, you're going to be old enough to legally drink next year, bro. Dude, next year, like, we're definitely going to do a stream and celebrate your 21st birthday and turn the fuck up for you. That's amazing, dude. I know one thing I want to prioritize, getting a whip I want. Tired of riding shitbox after shitbox after shitbox. Yeah, man, get yourself a nice, dependable car. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Like, I just paid off my car last year, and I am chilling. It's reliable. I've had it since it was like 30,000 miles, and in 6 years, it's at 90,000 miles. I'm just relaxing. I'm not trying to buy a new car, especially in this economy, man. All right, so we're gonna go for 9 more minutes, you guys, and then we're gonna wrap it up for the night. So get your last minute questions in, my friends. How you feeling about Spider-Man Brand New Day? I'm getting more and more excited for that movie with each and every passing day. I was a little turned off in the beginning because there was the whole back and forth on whether it was going to be a street level movie or a multiverse story, Marvel versus Sony, and I was kind of sad because when I found out Destin Daniel Cretton was directing it over Shang-Chi, I was like, bro, that means we're not getting Shang-Chi until like 2030 or some shit, dude. But this is looking like it's going to be the best Tom Holland movie yet. Like, I have a really, really good feeling about Brand New Day. And every single time I see a new piece of promo, like, Spider-Man has sauce again. He's no longer Iron Lad Jr. He's got some sauce. He can fight. He can maneuver. They're saying it's going to be a really emotional story. I'm ready for that shit, bro. I got my early tickets for that Wednesday. I'm ready. I already took off from work for that shit. I am going to be like pulling the fuck up in the theater. I got to get myself a fit ready. Probably going to get, like, it's going to be hot as fuck in the summer. So I'm going to get myself like a Spider-Man cutoff. You know, I'm just going to be there. You know, me and the homie, Bob over here. Where you at? Where you at, bro? Bob's over there. He is. Me and homie Bob, we're going to be going shot for shot beforehand. And then we're going to go to the movie theaters together. We're going to watch that shit. Hell yeah. Oh, you're playing Fire Emblem? Nice. Are you excited for Fable? I absolutely am. Fable is my first anticipated game for 2027. I cannot wait for that shit. How you feeling about Persona 4 Revival? I don't know how to feel. Because on the one hand, Persona 4 Golden is like one of my favorite games of all time. It's like top 3. You guys know how important that game is to me. And the idea of them remaking it, it's going to feel weird playing it with a new cast. But then again, I can't be too upset because I really enjoyed Persona 3 Reload's cast. So, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because Persona 4 was the one that really resonated with me, that the idea of them recasting everybody, it hurts. But at the same time, they recast Teddy, they recast Chie. So, you know, it can't... I don't know. I just really attached to like Yuri Lowenthal and Yuri and Chie and Yukiko. Oh God, who are they gonna get for Adachi? Do you think they're gonna bring back Johnny? I feel like they might bring back Johnny. But I mean, I'll play it. It's gonna be on Game Pass when it comes out, and I got Game Pass on my PC and my Xbox, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll see. Shot for shot, I'm in. Yeah, we're gonna be FaceTiming. What's up, Gabe? How you doing, bro? Oh no, Gabe. No. Okay, we'll go a little while longer just because Gabe is here. We'll go for an extra 5 minutes. Gabe was working and the time zone differences. But something that we are going to do in September, you guys, we're gonna do an Ask Neo live. The very first, I can't say an Ask Neo live, but we're gonna do an Ask Neo on location in September, because me and the homie Shut Up Gabe are going to be meeting up for the very first time. We're going to be hanging out for his birthday, and we're going to get together. I got a tripod over here. I'm going to bring it with me. We're going to do an Ask Neo live Q&A. Me, Gabe, and his girlfriend, if she wants to join in. We're going to be chilling. We'll set aside like an hour or so in our Airbnb, and we're going to do a live stream together. And Gabe, I'm just letting you know for the first time that we're going to fucking do that. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. But it's going to be so fucking funny. We're going to be taking shots together. Oh my God, I just thought of this. That's going to be so much fucking fun. That's going to be so much fucking fun. But Gabe is already making it gay as shit, bro. All right, so you know what the thing is? Let's okay, I'll get to the super chats in a second. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. So me and Gabe are planning this California trip, and we're talking. Listen, am I in the wrong for this, you guys? You got to do some WWE moves on each other, guys. I know it's Pride Month, but relax. No, I might have to suplex that nigga because of the shit he be saying. So we're planning this Disney trip, and you know, I'm like over here, like, yo, man, I bought my ticket. And he's like, yo, let's fucking go. We're going to D-Land. What is so wrong with saying we're going to Disneyland? Why this man say we gotta go to D-Land? And I'm just like, nah, fire for that. And he says that shit all the time, bro. He's like, we're going to D-Land. And I was like, nigga, stop saying that shit. He's like, why? Okay, fine. We're going to downtown D. Like, how you making it worse? How is this possible? But he made it worse. He made it fucking worse. Am I in the wrong? I know it's Pride Month, but nobody has changed the profile picture. So I don't think I'm in the wrong. Gabe is speaking my language. Of course he's speaking your language. Anyways, back to the super chats. 199 from Subject Zero. I like that name. Hey Neo, how do you deal with gym body dysmorphia? Oh, that's a great question, my brother. I'm gonna fill you in on a little secret. It's gonna be a little secret. Every single person that goes to the gym, no matter if they are fresh out from no matter if they're fresh in the gym or they've been in the gym for like 10 years like I have, we are all on some level body dysmorphic. We look at ourselves in the mirror and we think like, oh, I wish I was a little leaner. I wish I was a little bigger. Like, oh my God, like, why do I have fat here when other people don't? The way I deal with it, bro, is to put my head down and keep fucking working. I just keep fucking working and realizing that this is a marathon and not a sprint. And you learn to love the process. So I look at it like, find the little things that bring you joy. So right now, my body is in the best shape that it has ever been in. Ever. But 6 months ago, if you were to tell me, like, in 6 months from now, your body's going to be best shape ever, you'd be like, no, because I felt fucking bloated. I felt depressed. I was going through shit in a relationship. I mean, I still looked good, but I felt like shit. So everything is about a mindset shift. So in my case, I look at the little things and I focus on those things and I get happy about it. So you really have to just enjoy the process all throughout and realize that if you don't love yourself at what you deem to be your worst, you're never going to love yourself when you get to what you think is going to be your best. And if you can love yourself and realize that this is who you are and it's all about making changes on the day to day, it's going to make the journey much easier to deal with. And you're going to get excited to go to that gym every single fucking day and push yourself and get stronger and get leaner or get bigger or whatever. And that's what keeps me motivated. And the body dysmorphia will never go away, unfortunately. But you learn to deal with it because you learn to love yourself just enough that it overcomes that body dysmorphia. And thankfully, I have a good handling of things where I'm not that type of person where I seek other people's validation. Like, oh, I need to have a six-pack year round. Like, I never have a six-pack. I don't. I have abs that show up and then they go away. And that's fine. Why? Because I like chocolate cake. I like chocolate cake and I like wings. And I like taking shots on stream with my besties. And that's fine. That's okay. You know? I had to refresh the page for a second. Is the chat still here? Chat, are you here? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So, all of that stuff. Persona 5 Royal in the corner. Love to see it. Yes, sir. You know the fucking vibes. I have so many copies of that game. But yeah, no, it's all about enjoying yourself and realizing that you are on a journey and having fun all throughout, man. Like, I just love the fact that when I go to Disneyland, Gabe, not D-Land, not downtown D, me and Gabe are gonna get fucked up. We're gonna have so much fun, and you know, that's fine. Because that's like 3-4 days of us chilling, and I'm gonna look back on those days fondly versus, oh my god, like I don't look good or whatever. It's like, come on now, there's so much more to life. Uh, okay, so there's that. $5 super chat coming in from Quiet Does Music. Ooh, quiet. Oh, quiet, like from Metal Gear Solid, like the sins never die. Can't wash these blood off our hands. Let the world feel us all. It's just means to an end. Our salvation dies, or no, our salvation lies in the eyes. Oh my god. Okay, so there's that. What are your thoughts on the Avatar Netflix season 2 if you've seen it? Well, quiet, unfortunately for you, fortunately for me, I have not seen it. I saw the first season and I was 100% straight during the Pride month where I would not want to see another season because I was like, I'm just watching a worse version of a show that I saw 20 years ago. And that's my biggest problem with a lot of these live action remakes. If you're not adding anything to it, why would I watch a live action version of it? That's my biggest thing. There is nothing that the live action version did better than the animated version. So why would I continue watching it? That's my biggest thing. Hopefully it's not redundant, but for someone who's just beginning their weight loss, any tips if you're trying to just work out at home? No, it is not redundant. Ordinary Keegan Michael Key. It's not redundant because I'm always here to help people because there is someone starting their fitness journey every single day, and I will never gatekeep advice. But for weight loss tips, if you're just working out at home, my friend, your biggest thing that's going to help you is your nutrition more than anything. Because whether you're working out at home or at the gym, your nutrition is what's going to matter more than anything. So making sure you're cleaning up your diet, making sure that you're eliminating a lot of the processed stuff, excess forms of sugar. You're getting your protein in. That stuff is going to matter a lot more in the long run than just working out. Working out is very important. Don't get it twisted. But your nutrition is what's going to play the biggest role. If you are working out at home, I will definitely say, if you have the space, invest in doing like a mini home gym setup. So get yourself a pair of adjustable dumbbells. If you're limited on space, adjustable dumbbells are really good because if you have adjustable dumbbells and you have like a makeshift bench, you can do bench presses, you can do seated stuff, you can do rows, you can do overhead presses, you can do a lot of stuff. Doing stuff like time under tension, doing stuff like with short rest intervals can really help you. Doing a lot of like supersets, trisets, a lot of body weight stuff can help a lot. Again, it depends on your situation. Like if you can build a home gym in like your little garage or basement and you can invest like maybe $1,000 or something into getting a bench and a barbell and some weights, that will definitely do so much for you. But there's the benefit now of living in 2026 is there's so much information available on YouTube and TikTok of people who have like little mini home gym setups, or they only have like a limited amount of equipment. What can I do? And you can get some good workouts in. Like you'll definitely have to invest some stuff up front in terms of getting like the weights and getting the band stuff and everything. But if you don't have access to a gym, you can't go to a gym, you only have like an hour a day where you have to be at home and do something, getting yourself that equipment will really help. Like Gabe, for example, is like he's lost a lot of weight recently, and I'm so proud of him and what he's done. So honestly, your mindset is everything, bro. Like if there is a will, there is a way. And if it comes down to, at the end of the day, how bad you want it. And I always tell people, you don't need to look like all these people you see on social media to live a healthy and active lifestyle. If you can work out 3 times a week and push yourself in those 3 sessions and get your 10,000 steps in and eat good, your body will transform, your blood work will become so much better, and you'll live a healthier life. Now, obviously, if you want to look better, having access to a gym or having equipment will help you. But if you want to live better, you can do it with so much more minimal effort by comparison. Like, to me, in my case, I invest multiple hours throughout the week going to the gym and doing all this stuff because I love it. It's been in my mindset for 12 fucking years at this point. I live for this shit, you know? But for the average person, they don't need to do this. If you want to live healthy and you want to be 1% better than the day before, you could achieve that in half the time. But your mindset needs to be on point. You can't half-ass it. You can't be like, no, you can't do that, because you're doing this for a reason. Why are you doing this? You need to find your why. And if you find your why, you'll be okay. I've been going to the gym for 10 years now. I haven't weighed myself in all that time. That's crazy. I went to the doctor recently. I just weighed myself for the first time in forever. Like, I'm 208. I am 208. Like, I've been doing my summer cut and everything. I was like 218 last year. I'm 208 now. Like, I'm bigger than I was, but I'm leaner. It's a good fucking feeling. That's why I always say, like, if you cut and you strip and you cut and you strip, and you eventually you're going to get bigger over time being at a lower body fat, which is awesome. But yeah, since Gabe is here, we're going to take our third shot, because the homie Gabe, we gotta make sure that the homie Gabe is acclimated to the streams after the first time in such a long time. So we're dedicating this shot to, that's so funny, we're dedicating a shot of alcohol to health and wealth, but we're dedicating the shot to, wait, hold up. Y'all see this shit? We're dedicating this shot to balance. Ooh, y'all didn't see that shit coming. We dedicated this shot to balance. Life is about staying in the gym and pushing yourself, but also taking some shots with the homies after 4 months of not streaming. Cheers! It is a heartless shot glass, because we Kingdom Hearts fans out here. Dude, I can't wait. Me and Gabe in the real, like, bro. Dude, I've known Gabe for, it's been almost 20 years, right, Gabe? Almost 20 years. And then there was a period of time where we, for whatever reason, didn't talk for, I think, like 3-4 years. I don't know if you were just like not on Facebook or what. And then when we reconnected back in like 2016, and yeah, and we've been talking like every single day since like 2020. Yeah, Gabe, we've been talking every single day for 6 fucking years, bro. Can you believe that? Holy shit. That's fucking insane. Same thing for Bobzilla. I've known Bobzilla since 2008, bro. And fingers crossed, this year, me and Bobzilla are going to meet up. Yeah, dude. It's time, man. It's time. It's time, bro. Like, I mean, so, all right, I'm gonna get into this stuff. It's been, the real ones are here. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. We're gonna get into some serious shit. Not to bring the mood down, but we gotta talk about some serious shit. So, part of the reason why I was absent for over the past couple of years, you guys know there were some periods of time where I was like sporadic with the streaming and everything. Part of that was obviously, like life factors, work, relationship. If there wasn't news, I wouldn't want to do a stream. But another reason why I was away from streaming was because I was taking care of my father, who, I'm very private about a lot of things in life. Like, even though I'm very open and I talk to you guys about a lot of things, this was one of the things I just didn't really feel like I needed to talk about. There are periods of time where, like, I know I said I would stream, and I didn't, because for the past couple of years I would be helping to take care of my father, me, my sister, my brother, and my mom. would be taking care of my father. And my father passed away almost 2.5 months ago. In fact, today is 2.5 months to the day that my father passed. I alluded to it at the beginning of the stream where I was talking about some private stuff. And if you followed me on social media, you guys would know, because that was the first time that I spoke publicly about it, because it was Father's Day, and that was like I didn't have a problem with like speaking about that, my father passed away, but it was becoming increasingly like more difficult to speak about it, because so when my father passed away, I told family, I told a select group of people, and that was it. I just wanted to tell a handful of people. That's what I wanted to do, because I just wanted to like grieve about it my own way and just talk about it with people when the time was right. But I noticed like the more time that passed, I was coming across like more people, and they would ask like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How's your dad doing? How's your mom doing? How's everything?" And then I would have to bring up like, "Oh, like dad passed away." And I just noticed it kept happening over the course of May. So I was like, you know what? In June, I'm going to speak publicly about it for the first time and just go from there. So my father passed away. We had been taking care of him for the better part of he'd been sick for the better part of 7 years. The past 2 years of them, he was bedridden, and I'm not sure if anybody can relate the role of being a caretaker for somebody and the toll that takes. But it's very heavy. It is very heavy. Especially when you're wrestling with a lot of complicated emotions with the relationship that I had with my dad. I'm not going to get into like the specifics of everything, but it was very rough for all of us dealing with my dad before he got sick and then having to take care of someone. But we knew eventually he was going to pass at some point. We just didn't know when. So when it happened, like, I'll never forget this. It was early in the morning. I was because like, like I'm very much so structured with my routine. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'll get myself ready, I'll go to the gym, come back, work, do that. But that day I was like, okay, you know what? I'll go to the gym on my lunch break. I'll do that. And then I was like dicking around for a little bit. And then I remember like my sister ran into my room. She was just like, "Dad's not responding." And I was like, "Whoa, what happened?" And I went downstairs, and immediately I knew. I was like, it's happening. He had a quick heart attack, and he passed on. Just like that. And it was so surreal, because I my father was my father. The past decade or so, my father and I had a very different relationship versus the majority of my life. And things were really rough. But one thing that I started to come to terms with in the past couple of years is to learn to let go of a lot of the resentment that I had for him, because I realized that it wasn't getting me anywhere. Um, that resentment that I had for my dad, it wasn't going to make me a better person. It wasn't going to fill my cup, so to say. So I had to learn to come to terms with the fact that, like, you need to let this go. There's nothing here. And I did. And I was able to reconcile with my dad before he passed away. And I'm so glad that I did, because for the first time in 12 years, I was able to say goodbye to my father and say that I loved him. I hadn't been able to do that for 12 years. And even though he's gone, I'm so genuinely happy that he's like no longer in pain. And I'm so happy that I can look back on him so fondly for all the good things that he did. Like I said, my dad was not perfect. He made so many mistakes. Did a lot of bad things. But I don't worry about the bad things that he did anymore, because that's in the past. And I just, like I always say, I just give it to God, man. I let him figure that out with God. And I just look back on all of the good things that he did. And there was like one really great thing that I always look back on. Um, this. So you guys know the wait for Kingdom Hearts 2. Even though it was only like what, like a year and a half after Chain of Memories, the wait was excruciating for this game. All right. Um, but I remember my sister had pre-ordered this at Toys R Us back when Toys R Us was the thing, and she pre-ordered it, and I remember the game came out right like a few days before our spring break, and I remember she got the game, I think on like that Tuesday, and that Friday was the last day before school ended, and I borrowed her copy and I took it to school to show my friends. Like, oh guys, look, like I got the new Kingdom Hearts game. I'm gonna play it over spring break, and they're like, "What? Oh my god! Like, oh my god, I'm so jealous." And I remember I got home and I gave the game back to her, and she was just like, "You took my game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just want to show my friends." And then we got into this like dumb argument. Yeah, Toys R Us did do pre-orders, man. They had this place called like the Game Zone, and we got into this big stupid argument. And she was like, "Not gonna let me play the game." And you know how that shit was back in the day when you can't play a game you were looking forward to. It's like, what the fuck? So, um, I was like so pissed off, and I remember I went to bed crying that night, and then the next morning, my dad went to Target and he called me on the house phone, and he was just like, "What's that name of the game you guys wanted to play?" And I was like, "It's called Kingdom Hearts 2." He's like, "Okay." That man came home with a PlayStation 2 Slim. and a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2. This exact 20-year-old copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 that I still like, manual and everything, memory card holder. Let's see the condition of this disc. See if it has any scratches on it. Oh my god. It's got a couple of scratches, but still playable probably. But 20 years ago, spring break '06, he bought me a PS2 and a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 just so I can enjoy my spring break. And I'll never forget, my mom was so pissed off at him. Why are you blowing all this money? You know, my dad was so bad with money. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, for every bad thing he did with money, he did this good thing. And he let me have a great spring break. And I remember at the time when I beat Kingdom Hearts 2, I was like, oh, the game is good, but I don't know. I think I like the first one more. Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't really grow on me until I replayed it as a young adult, and I was like, this is the fucking greatest game of all time. um but I look back on that and I'm like, that's fucking incredible. So I only I can only look at the good things my dad did. And guys, it's so weird because I never, like, if you were to tell me 6 months ago, look back on something positive your dad did, I'm like, well, he was a great provider, and that was it. And I'm like, now there's so much more to it. You know what I'm saying? He was not a perfect person, but he just did so much good stuff because he genuinely meant it. And I'm just so grateful, man, you know? And over the summer we're going to honor his legacy in the ways that he saw fit, and I'm so happy for that. And I'm I'm happy that I was really able to reconcile with him before he passed, because letting go of that hatred for him that I had, I don't think I'd be able to speak so speak so positively of him and just like be able to uplift his name now that he's not here. Um and I'm so happy about that. It completely changed my entire relationship I had with him. And I'm happy because it kind of reverted me back to like that old school childhood like love of a father you had, you know? And even though he's gone, man, it's great because he's still there. Like every single time I turn on the webcam now, I'm reminded because he's part of the reason why I'm on YouTube now, because he had so many camcorders lying around the attic. And I borrowed one of them to record some of my first videos. Like, I didn't get my very first camera until I started working my part-time job at the grocery store in 2010. And that summer I bought a Sony Bloggy camera. You guys remember? It was like August 2010. Um I was using all his camcorders and stuff. So he's he's part of the reason why I'm on here. Um but yeah, I've learned that, like, you know, like his love was there, and even though he's gone, like he's still taking care of me in a lot of ways. And one of the things that uh with his passing, and with uh Rob's passing, as you guys know, Rots 112, he passed away back in October. Um I I realized that like time is very finite. Time is very finite, and you need to while you have the opportunity to do stuff, you need to do those things. So one of the things that I haven't really done in the past 6, 7 years. Shut up. Don't y'all say anything. Stop it. We're all grown ass adults here. Um, One of the things that I haven't done was really meet a lot of the people who I call family on here. People from around the world. And there were a couple of reasons, like scheduling, and then COVID shut things down. But now it's fuck you, Bob. But now it's at that point where it's like, your dad was always about like living it up and doing these things and saying fuck it, like everything will work itself out. That's one small way that I'm going to honor him, by taking all these trips and meeting more and more of my friends. I met one of them back in May when I went to El Paso for the Serrano sister fight. I met one of him there. We got lunch together and it was an amazing time. And then in July, I'm going to meet up with some of my friends there and some new people too. And then in August, I'm going to the UK for the first time. I'm announcing this publicly, but I'm going to the UK in August to meet up with a lot of my friends. And, hopefully we can do a lot of meetups with people over there. But, that. And then in September, me and Gabe are meeting up. And then hopefully me and Bob can meet up in October. But yeah, I wanna do all these things and meet all these people and really like put a name to a face and meet them in the real and hug them and just make those core memories. I mean, obviously every single memory I have with people is a core memory, but make more of those. Even if it's something as so simple as like, hey, we're just getting a drink and we're watching a movie. Like that's amazing to me. Like Jason over here. Oh my God. The amount of times Jason and I have gotten together, like fucking over 11, like about to be 11 years at this point now, Jason. Oh my God. And Jason and I had a tradition where it's like every year when they were putting out Star Wars movies, we would see a new one in Dolby. We saw The Force Awakens in Dolby. We saw The Last Jedi in Dolby. We saw Rogue One in Dolby. We didn't watch Solo. We didn't watch Rise of Skywalker, and we did not watch Mandalorian and Grogu. So maybe Jason and I will reinvigorate this when Starfighter comes out next year. Maybe Star Wars will be back. But yeah, so one of the ways I want to honor my father is like meeting up with all these people who I call family and making those memories, bro. I know that's something he would say to do, because I remember my dad would always drive me to the airport when I would take trips back in the day. And yeah, man, that's that. So, that's I think I'll do a proper video later talking about my dad and what he meant to me. But I did just want to talk about this now because I know I mentioned some serious shit beforehand, but it was I felt it was time to I wrote about it, but I like speaking about shit too. And I'm happy I was able to share this with you guys. So rest in peace, Dad. I love you, and hopefully you and Grandma and Grandpa and Grandma from Mom's side and Grandpa from Dad's side, y'all are all getting lit and having fun. And Auntie Mimi is up there, and Auntie Nunu is up there, and Uncle T is up there. You guys are getting lit. And, just for the sake of it, because, it's so funny. I think my dad and I only ever shared a drink one time, because then shit just started to get rocky between us. But I'm gonna do this. First time ever doing this, but I'm gonna toast this shot to my dad. Gone, but not forgotten. Thank you for all the memories. And I'm really glad that you were my dad. Oh man, I was surprised I didn't cry all throughout that. I got a little misty eyed, but we're good. Gabe said I never knew my pops, but Chris became my pops. Yeah, Gabe is my son, guys. Gabe is my son, you guys. And to all the fallen fathers in the chat, I'm seeing a lot of people sharing some stories. I'm seeing some people sharing some stories. And my condolences to you and your family and your loved ones, you guys. Not the Mandalorian and Grogu slander. I'm catching strays. Yo, Gabe is like twerking 50 miles an hour for that movie, guys. Jason, what are you doing right now? What is Jason and Gabe? You guys keep. What is. Why do you guys have like. That looks like Japanese characters and shit. Hashtag sexy. What is that? I don't know. Appreciate that subject. Thank you guys so much for the condolences. Yeah, it's good to get it off the chest. It's good to get off the chest. You know what it is, Lapis Arsene, man? Let me tell you this, bro. Um, there is no manual and there's no guidelines when it comes to dealing with this shit, bro. It's everything is easier said than done. When people tell you reconcile now before it's too late, bro, I, I if someone were to tell me that shit when I was going through the worst of it, I'd be like, no, fuck you, bro. Like, you don't know the shit I've been through. How it happened when it came to reconciling with my dad is I remember because people who are caretakers will understand this. But you know when you're a caretaker for someone who's going through it and you have a complex relationship with them, it can be very difficult. And, not to put too much business out there, but my mom was at her breaking point. And in those situations, we all shoulder the burden. So when she's going through something, someone else takes over and we do that. And I remember like it was one of those days where she was at her breaking point and I took over and then I was taking care of my dad. And then my dad was like, thank you so much. And it struck a chord in me like, I don't remember the last time my dad said thank you to me. And I don't know if this is a genuine thing or not, but it prompted me to be like, okay, there's something here. Let's go from there. And there wasn't no guidelines for me to try to reconcile with him. I just learned that, you know what? There is nothing here for you to hate anymore. And what you need to do is come to terms with who this person is and what they mean to you. And it's not going to be peaches and rainbows. It's not going to be squeaky clean. Like, I could sit here and tell you guys all the bad shit that happened between me and my dad and everything, but it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm here. I made it through. My family made it through. And like I said, I just give it to God. And the only thing I'm remembering now is just all the the amazing shit my dad did. And like I was just texting my sister how when I'm in the gym I play a lot of like hype shit. And when I'm going for like my PRs, I had like Digimon the movie, the Infamon fight, when they're fighting them in our war game. If you know what I'm talking about, please tell me. And it was the scene where it was like, Ty was saying like, I don't have a whistle to wake you, but I want you to know that you're not alone. The male keeps coming, it don't stop, feel their hope, feel their strength. And in those moments I just get like, I feel everything and I get so locked in and I just like the Digimon music just plays and it just reminds me of all like everything surrounding that movie and why I love it. And I remember my sister was texting me and she was just like, oh my God, Dad used to love Digimon. He didn't understand it. He knew it was like a different version of Pokemon, but he knew the song. He was like, Digimon, 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 Digimon. To the theme, he would sing it. And take care, Ryuzaki. And it was amazing. And I just looked back on that and I'm like, So every year on Digimon Day, my sister and I are gonna rewatch the movie, and we're gonna eat popsicles, and we're gonna just think of Dad, you know. Um, and that's amazing, you guys. Like, I just, guys, I never thought in my wildest imaginations I would have this much admiration for my father, and it's such a genuine admiration for my father, of all the good things that he did, and being able to speak about him and be so happy. God, it's so weird, guys. God, guys, this is the weirdest thing I think I've ever had to experience in my life. Like, yo, fuck you, Jason. This man said, take pictures when you're at D-Land. Yeah, yo, y'all some sus ass niggas, bro. Niggas sus as fuck, bro. Niggas talking about D-Land. Oh my god. Niggas talking about D-Land. My god. No, D-Land is not so. Why do. Yo, I love the fact that we still have the same amount of concurrent viewers all throughout talking about D-Land. That's crazy. I feel like we gotta take another shot for that. But, okay, for all the lurkers in the chat, how are you guys doing? I know I said that we weren't gonna do a 4-hour stream, but we're over 3 hours now. Well. Well. Here we are. But you know what the good thing is, guys? I have food ready for me after the stream. I was being very proactive, and I made sure that I had food ready for the stream. I made sure I had food ready for the stream. It smells like might as well. I'm living in Costa Rica, but I've still been 1 year and a half now. Oh, you in Costa Rica? Okay. To D-Land? No, we're not doing that. Listen, what y'all got? This is the final day. You guys got a solid hour and 21 minutes to wrap up this Pride Month shit. Because at midnight, y'all are officially straight again. I'm not here for this. I'm an ally. You guys know this. I'm a fucking ally. But not to these niggas, bro. Not to these niggas, bro. Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely the fuck not. Yo, fuck out of here, Jason. Oh my god. You know what the funny thing is? I just saw Jason yesterday. You want to know what Jason did? Do I count as a lurker if I send a super chat? No, you're not really a lurker, Quiet. I'm just talking about the people who like have the stream on in the background. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying in the way like I love hearing from the people who just put the stream on in the background and they never interact, because I'm just like, I want to see what you guys are up to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't say it in a negative connotation. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? I just want to know. I'm just interested. Because I'm just bullshitting, but you guys are probably doing some important shit. What are you guys doing right now? For the 52 people that are watching, while I take this shot, what are you guys honestly doing right now? Because I am running on 3 hours and 11 minutes, and we are like crazy high viewer retention, which is amazing. Like, this is awesome. Like, I love how we went from talking about some like We're talking about some video game shit and commentary in industry, and yo, my dad died, guys. And now we're just like niggas talking about D-Land and shit. You're doing crack? Well, you know, good for you. I'm eating at the moment. What are you eating? What you got on that plate? Neo's my background noise for real. Hey, that's what's up. I'm playing Star Wars Heroes vs. Villains Monopoly. By yourself? By yourself? I'm playing Mandalorians in the background for the last 3 hours. What is that? I just had a sandwich and I'm now downloading the next game to play for a review. It better be Max Payne 3. That's all I'm saying. Re-review, please. If y'all haven't already, hit that like button. Yo, I appreciate you, Asbelon. Hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Helps out the channel tremendously. I'm listening to music and I'm watching your stream. Appreciate you, my guy. I should be working right now. Ha 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 ha. Well, you could be doing both, but I appreciate the fact that you're here. I appreciate you, Leo. Thank you. I'm currently keeping YouTube minimized. Niece and nephew are banned from YouTube, so I got to make an example. As you should. So I'm coming through. I'm a Spotify podcast. This podcast is brought to you by what's a very non-controversial HelloFresh. Oh, Monopoly has online matchmaking in the big 2026? Hell yeah. I'm eating mayo right now. I got mayo downstairs. About to get ready for bed since I got work tomorrow. I appreciate you, my working man. Hey, Neo, my condolences. Just finished the salsa class. Yo, Serge, I'm trying to get on your level, bro. I want to take me some bachata because eventually when I get back out there and I start dating these women again, I want to show them my moves, man. I want to dance some bachata, some merengue. Like, yo, listen, bro. Listen. I'm playing Tales of Exilia Remastered. My guy. My guy. I played through the Max Payne trilogy for the first time at the start of June. It's so good. Yes, it is. Devil May Cry 5 on the Switch too. Ooh, but are you the storm that is approaching, Maddie? Drink your water and stay hydrated. I do. I have a little bit of water left, but I'm going to save that for the hydration check. I love D May Cry 5. I was about to say something that would have got me demonetized. Dragon Quest. Yeah, Jason's about to say, oh, I love D Quest. Weirdo. I'm drafting a Chrono Trigger live action script. Draft this bullet in your skull. Star Wars Monopoly came. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. Wrap it up. Listen, I'll wrap it up. Listen, first off, I never wrap it up. I love loved ones. I lost loved ones too during the Lebanese war. Hey. Duke, you're banned. This is some crazy. This is the progression of these comments is actually fucking insane. Do some shots tonight for your dad. I did do a shot for my dad. Provocation. What are these comments? Excuse me, demonetized, sir? Is it you? What is happening? Is it you? Bro, I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of most of y'all. I'm tired of like 3 of y'all. I'm tired of JFam. I'm tired of Bobzilla. The nigga who said the Chrono Trigger live action script. I'm tired of your shit, Badger. Y'all are done. Y'all are done. Listen, if they had y'all on the chopping block, listen, if they said a soul for a soul, I'd be sitting there on the sidelines like, all 3 of them can go. Yeah, all of y'all can go. But I have another shot ready. I need someone to take a shot with me though. I can't be the only alcoholic on a Tuesday night. But it's not Tuesday, guys. Or is it? It is actually. It's still Tuesday. It's still Tuesday. Y'all are willing. I'm top 3. Yo, what are these comments, bro? I've been taking shots with you. Oh, what have you been taking shots of, Gabe? I'm gonna get a shot. I need everybody who's taking a shot with me to DM me on Twitter or Instagram because I need proof in visual form that y'all are taking shots with me. What if they made Earthbound starring Tom Holland though? I feel like that would work. Crack and rum? I appreciate that. I like crack and rum. I've been doing it. You've been doing it? Mom, listen. Juke the Ronin has been doing it, which means my man. My man. Real quick, I gotta pause my playthrough of Telltale The Walking Dead. That don't even... I'm about to put Jason on timeout. I got my whole On the Rocks margarita bottle. Yo, On the Rocks. So Jason, when he's not being a fuck nigga, he likes On the Rocks margarita. Yo, listen. I remember we went to I think watch Guardians of the Galaxy. We did the trilogy marathon. Jason and I got sushi beforehand, and that nigga pulled up with like 2 On the Rocks margarita bottles out his pocket before we went to the movie theater. That shit was lit. Bro, Jason, we were really in that movie theater for like 8 hours, bro. Jason and I were in that movie theater from like 4 to 1 a.m. Damn, that shit was great. The good old walking deep. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. The only alcohol comes out on the weekend. Otherwise, I'm really an alcoholic. No, it doesn't. The alcohol comes out every day with you. Sounds delicious. Nah. All right, you guys got an hour and 13 minutes before you got to wrap this shit up and become straight again. Listen, I'm an ally, but not for y'all niggas. That's my quote of the stream. I'm an ally. Someone take a photo of me and then superimpose that quote. I'm saying I'm an ally, but not for y'all niggas. You ever drink Sunny D? Well, it's called Sunny D. That's fine. But you said we don't wrap it up. No, you can wrap it up. I don't wrap it up. Because my pullout game is immaculate. Jason, put that on a fucking quote image. Do it right now. Be useful. I have one more shot ready whenever you guys are. I'm just waiting for someone to send me a photo of them taking a shot. Oh, Jason sent me a photo of him taking a shot. He's got Wheatley vodka. Damn, this nigga's gripping it like he's gripping a dick. I don't know about this, man. Man. This is an excellent way to end Pride Month. This is an excellent way to end Pride Month, bro. You never had to wrap it up. Have you ever had sex? Let's get down to these real specifics. Oh shit, we going left. We going left tonight. This might be a 4-hour stream. J-Fan forever sus. Yo, Asbelon, he definitely is. But you know what's not sus? I'll tell you what's not sus. This is not sus. Yeah, what y'all know about that? Halfway through the game, I'm gonna beat this before the sequel comes out, and then not buy the sequel because there's like 40 games coming out in September. So he's drinking the Cody Rhodes vodka. Yeah, that's a Cody Rhodes vodka? Damn, bro. Damn. Say it ain't so. This man's drinking another man's vodka. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, okay. There's a character named D and the key to Metal Idol. You already know, though, next week I'm answering the call of D. Oh, is that when Black Cox come out? Mans needs to pick the game and stick with it. I am! I'm sticking with 007 First Light. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. After I finish First Light, I'm back on Tales in the Sky, first chapter, R Deluxe Remix featuring Knuckles Nexus. I just got a new phone case from D-Brain. It's so nice. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. You are not going to get me. You know what I also got? I got a D-Brand for my Switch too. I got the D-Brand, the Kill Switch. And I got Jason to buy that shit too. No. We're not doing this right now. D-Ball Z Kakarot? No, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to fool me with that. Stop this. I need all of you guys to stop it right now. Like, I'm not playing with you. Why do we keep gaining viewers the more angry I get? Like, nah, fuck out of here. Y'all doing too much. There's a character in Edge Runners 2 named oh. And yes, I know there is a character named D there. No. We're going to steal this conversation. We are going to steer this conversation back towards heterosexual normality. Angry black man gets views. Yes, he does. Stop it. All of it's the same offenders too. It's the same offenders too. All right. We're going to take this shot to We're going to take this shot to all the homies who have been making D comments who are coming out during Pride Month. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm happy that you guys are comfortable in your sexuality. And we're celebrating it on the last day. And cheers to love, positivity, happiness in the skin, that you were born with, and black, white, gay, human, be the change you want to see in the world. Let's go. Okay. There we go. I think that's the last shot for the night. Well, I didn't put trails down for 007 First Light Asbel. It wasn't like that at all. My whole thing was I was playing Trails for a while, and I was playing it, and then I got a PS5 Pro, and then I was playing Resident Evil, and then I wasn't really playing much of anything. And then 007 came out, and I bought that, and I started playing that. But I'm going to get back to Trails and finish that before the third game comes out, because I'm like halfway through it. It's a good game. I want to identify as a black man. Does that count as Pride Month? What? No. What is happening here? There's a reason why we've gotten Persona 3D, Persona 4D, and Persona 5D. Oh, Jesus. Atlas is not helping us in this case. Fuck. I have to stop it. Trails into Dawn, Daybreak. Oh my God. This chat is about to turn super homophobic. Oh my God. Anyways, I gotta find a way to steer this conversation back towards heterosexuality. Yeah, look what you know and freaking Dick Badger started. I'm gonna try my best to steer this conversation back to like heterosexual shit. Hold up. Okay. Yeah. Some Blu-ray pickups. Just some Blu-ray pickups that came in the mail recently. I got the Criterion Collection of Killers of the Flower Moon, 4K Ultra Blu-ray Combo Edition. This is awesome. Criterion Collection. Great. It was on sale. It was like only $25. That's amazing. And I have to do the Criterion Collection sale because it's that time of the year. And I finally added both Sonic Movie 2 and Sonic Movie 3 to the collection because they were on sale on Prime Day. They weren't like crazy, like cheap deals, but they were like $5-6 off. I said, fuck it. I got both for like, I think $13-14. Sonic Movie 2, and I have not watched this one since I saw it in theaters, but this movie was fucking incredible, and yeah, I'm very excited to rewatch those. I also got Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, the Steelbook, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Steelbook. They were on sale for like, I think like $15. I got those as well, in addition to some other stuff too. But yeah, you know, hope he got Godzilla. Oh my God, you guys are not gonna tempt me. You guys are not going to tempt me. It's over. It's over, guys. It's done. It's done. Y'all got to wrap this shit up. Yo, you haven't seen Sonic 3? Bro, Sonic 3 is fucking peak. Oh my God. Sonic 3 is amazing, bro. Sonic 3 is the best video game movie of all time. Dude, have you guys seen the reviews for that new Minions movie? It might actually be peak. Like, I have never seen one of those Minions movies in theaters, but like, people are saying very good things about the new one. I think it's got like a 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, if you care about Rotten Tomatoes. Stop it, Badger. Now you're not. Stop it, Badger. Your girlfriend is demanding you see what? Minions? Yeah, you guys should. Gabe, if you and your girlfriend see Minions, I will definitely make time to go watch Minions. Yeah, Godzilla -0. Oh, me and the squad are rolling deep for that one. I want no. Bobzilla, you are gonna see Minions. With all that bullshit you be pulling up to the theater to watch, you are gonna watch Minions. If we're all watching Minions, nigga, I'm not gonna wear a suit, but I'm gonna dress up for Minions. I'm about to wear me like a nice polo. I'm gonna wear some fucking chinos. I'm gonna got my Chelsea boots. I'm gonna pull up there with the fit. I'm gonna get a watch. Squad rolling in deeper than Adele. Rolling in the deep for Minions, bro. Yo, Godzilla -0. I'm hyped for that. What's up, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little dyslexic after 5 shots. The DC Gaming. What's up, my brother? Yo, you strolling up to Minions in a Sinatra fit? Yo, this man's about to stroll up in the 5-piece suit with some cufflinks and a penguin tail and a top hat and a cane, and he's gonna pull up in the stretch limo. Duke Badger, I see how you operate, bro. Am I LGBT if I identify as a Minion? Yes, you are part of it. You are part of the group. Neo, which do you prefer? Zootopia 1, Moana 1, or Inside Out 1, or Coco? Out of those 4 movies, Zootopia 1, the first Moana, Inside Out, or Coco? Ooh, that's tough. It's a tie between Coco and Zootopia 1. Definitely. I saw the Calamity in theaters last night. It was actually me, this fuck nigga Jason, who I can't stand. Like, Jason, you were so lucky. I love you so much because like I would strangle this dude. So like without question, with all these jokes he be making. Because the thing about Jason is that Jason be making this stuff when you're not looking him in the eye. You just be minding your business, just walking straight, and Jason will make a comment like this, and you just look over, and he's just like, I was like, fuck you, bro. He did that yesterday. Now let's talk about this dude, Jason. All right. So let me, I hurt my leg on my desk. Let me talk about this dude, Jason. So here's the thing. We were gonna pull up deep for this Bleach movie, right? I didn't necessarily want to see the movie because I was just gonna catch it on streaming. But you know, one of my boys was like, "Yo, we gotta watch this Bleach movie," and I'm a team player because a lot of my friends have been team players before. So I'm like, sure, I'll pull up for a Bleach movie in theaters. So I pull up for this Bleach movie, and you know, like it's always when we go see a movie, me, Jason, Battlefield Joe, and my boy Bobby, we always get food either before or after. So we pull up, and beforehand, like the day before, Jason, like, because we have a tradition, we always go to, if we're seeing a movie in Times Square, we always go to Dallas Barbecue. That's been our go-to thing. We've been doing this for like, oh my God, like 6 years, six years at this point, Jason. We've been going to Dallas Barbecue, at least with the group, 6 years. Jason and I have been going to Dallas Barbecue for almost 10 years, but like 6 years with the group. But like this time, Jason was like, yo, I have some recommendations. We can go to different spots. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he sends it on Instagram. And I look, yo, this dude be sending some sus ass shit of like chicken tenders shaped like a dick. And I'm like, why are you sending this? And he's like, yo, we can go here. We can eat here after the movie. And I look at this shit and I'm just like, nah, fight for that, bro. And then like we watched the Bleach movie. And the thing is, because, you know, the Bleach movie is only like 3 episodes of the anime stitched together. So it ends very abruptly. Like it literally ends like, literally it's just like characters like, huh, and then it ends. And the music starts playing. And so you feel like number one. That's literally how it ends. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. So after we watch like the credits and everything, Jason's like, yo, I know where we're going. He shows it to our boy Battlefield Joe. And it's like the dick chicken tender. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you had that on your phone ready to show. And I'm just like, wow, you would do this. So Jason is very insidious with this stuff. He really is, man. You can't trust him. You can't trust him. You really can't. For all I know, Jason knows how to speak fluent Mininese, for all I know. What do you mean you can't tolerate the slander? You were there! You were there! Everything I'm saying is accurate to a T. You were there! How can you refute this? Devilish Genius says, what's good, Neo? I've been a viewer since I was middle school. Hey, Devilish Genius, if you're still here, bro, I appreciate you. Outside of the little rant I was going on, Jason, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, y'all got 59 minutes for these sus jokes. You really do. No, I was giving people the PG-13 version. I'm not going to the R-rated version, you freak. It ain't slander if it's true. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not slander if it's true. It's not slander if it's true. Come on now. What are your thoughts on the Absolute Batman TV show? You know what's so funny? Because the Absolute Batman getting a TV show is kind of like when a manga gets an anime, because that's the timeline that we're on right now. Because the Absolute Batman just launched like not too long ago, and it's already getting a fucking anime adaptation. I think that's amazing. But Absolute Batman in general is incredible. Like, Scott Snyder is that dude when it comes to Batman. So I just want the animation to be good. Because the thing about DC stuff is that a lot of their animated shit looks like probably why Chris won't see Avengers D-Day with me. So Avengers D-Day is actually a good title because the D and the day, they're together. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind that. If you want to watch Avengers Doomsday together, I don't mind that. I really don't. I feel like we should watch Secret Wars together. Just so we can get a lot of like the glop shito cameos and all that stuff. Persona 4 Revival looks insane, by the way. It looks cool. I'm gonna see what it's hitting for. Jujutsu Kaisen is very much so Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho for the new generation. Not on the level of Yu Yu Hakusho. I'll say that much. Yu Yu Hakusho is a different beast. What even is Secret Wars? I don't know. Probably a lot of cameos. You don't mind 2Ds next to each other? Oh, God. Wrap it up, guys. You got 56 and a half minutes. Secret Wars is probably going to be 2 parts. Maybe. I need context. Well, so here's the thing. There's Avengers Doomsday, which is coming out at the end of the year, which stars Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. And it's the first Avengers movie since Avengers Endgame in 2019. That's all we know. Then you have Avengers Secret Wars, which, if they're going based off the Jonathan Hickman comic, is supposed to be this crazy comic with incursions and everything and the entirety of the Marvel Universe and all that stuff, which we know it's not going to be like that. But that's supposed to come out next year, at the end of the year, end of 2027. Maybe might be split into 2 parts. Who knows? But we'll see. Well, yeah, if you're talking about like those are the inspirations, then sure, but on the same level, Well, we've seen photos of Doctor Doom, but we haven't seen like RDJ, like a full official photo yet. No, just a lot of leak shit. Yeah, the Switch 2 actually feels like a premium product versus the original Switch. The Switch 2 makes the Switch 1 feel like a fucking Tonka toy. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Doomsday is probably going to be a decent movie, but I can't get excited about Doomsday in the same way that I did the other Avengers movies, just because there's nothing about the universe that's gotten me excited about the idea of Doomsday. And then I still think the idea of Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom as our first serious take on Doctor Doom, it doesn't do anything to me. For me, I should say. And it's like, we don't know what the story is of anything that's happening in the Marvel Universe. Like, you could say, like, oh, it's incursions because of what happened in Doctor Strange 2 and at the end of the Marvels. But, like, who the fuck is paying attention to that? Nobody is. It's just like, I feel like I just want them to be as good movies. Will they be good movies? I don't know, but we'll see. Where you been, Playboy? I've been here, man. The kid has been here, my friend. That would be crazy if they do actually kill Kang and they use a freaking. Do you guys? Okay, so I'm curious. Do you guys think they're actually going to Do you think they're going to kill Kang in the intro for Doomsday? And do you think it's going to be a new actor or it's going to be like just like a faceless actor where they're just like, oh, we're going to kill him and be like, yeah, that's enough of this guy. Wait, Ghost Rider? When did Ghost Rider leak? Ghost Rider in what? In Doomsday or what? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, Avengers Ghost Rider leak? What? Which Ghost Rider? Oh God, that's such a quick thing though. I'm looking at it right now. No fucking way. Oh my God. If so, I mean, new Ghost Rider, I hope so. If it's Ryan Gosling, oh my God, because he's been trying to get that shit off the ground for so many years. Oh my God. All right, guys. So I'm looking at the clock. It is 11:08, and I know we usually like to wait until we're at the end of this, like 4 hours or whatever, but we are going to wrap it up here. Well, you guys are going to wrap it up. I'm going to just stay raw because that's what I do. My pullout game is immaculate. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Oh my God. I didn't even know how we got to almost 4 hours for this comeback stream, but that's just how we do these comeback streams, I've noticed. We go for fucking 4 hours. Hashtag wrap it up. That'll be the hashtag. Maybe Gabe and I will have to come up with a hashtag when we're in California together. Like, what the fuck is the hashtag gonna be for that? But I kind of fell asleep. Did you talk about Persona 4? We talked about a lot of shit, bro. Very briefly, we did talk about Persona 4 for a bit. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for pulling up to the stream. The viewer retention is fucking insane. And that's one thing I do love about you guys. We're all just a bunch of weird ass nerds vibing for a couple of hours, which is incredible to me. We're definitely going to be back. Like I said, come this Friday, I will be announcing what day we're going to be doing the Morbius live stream, whether it's going to be, well, it's not going to be a live stream, but it's going to be a Discord watch party. Whether it's Monday night or Tuesday night, we're going to be getting that down. Definitely in the evening time. I want to try to do it. Gabe, if you can pull up, that would be awesome. But we'll definitely do it, like, I want to say, like, probably 8-9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Around that time for us to all watch the movie. Probably going to end up recording it, our reactions, and I still have the Madam Web commentary downloaded, so maybe we'll do something with that at some point. Sonyverse Marathon, oh my God. Well, we have Craven to watch as well, so maybe we'll watch Craven in 2028. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to try to do another Ask Neo stream before I go away to Texas at the middle of July. But yeah, appreciate you guys pulling up. You guys have an incredible rest of your week. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. And before we go, my friends and family, we're going to have ourselves a hydration check and finish off the last of this Canada Dry Mandarin Orange Seltzer Water. Because staying hydrated is very good for you, for your hair and your bodily functions and all that great stuff. So, my friends, on the count of 3, we're going to have ourselves a hydration check. 1, 2, 3, hydration. Just like that, the seltzer is gone, and I feel a type of way because I'm done. I'm out of seltzer for the day, so I have to do regular water, but it's okay. It's all good. But yeah, you guys, enjoy the rest of your mornings, your evenings, your afternoons, whatever time zone you're in. You're the GOAT, Neo. Good night. Thank you so much, Quiet. Have a good night. This was the stream I needed. Thank you so much, Duke Badger. And thank you guys so much. Again, you know, it bears repeating. There's no bear in the room, but it does bear repeating. I love doing these streams with you guys. They're so much fucking fun. The fact that, like, a bunch of us can just fucking vibe for 4 hours and it doesn't feel like 4 hours has gone on. And that's just amazing to me. And I just know if we were all together in the same room, if we were all at a restaurant, we would be at that restaurant for 4 fucking hours. And the first, like, 30 minutes would be so awkward as we all get to know each other. But then it would just be so fucking chill and vibing. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for pulling up. Y'all have a great week. Be kind to one another, but more so than anything, be kind to yourself. For me to you for now, my name is NGS signing out. And like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.